hot work in the building, apparently it can go up within 20 minutes. So,
Nice.
anytime there needs to be hot work, they close the whole building and we get paid. And then we got brunch with a friend. Got a little drunk.
Hell yeah.
Had a chill day. It's nice.
Okay. We're up and going, friendos. How's everyone tonight?
I'm great.
Good.
Terrible.
Not dead yet.
Trying to have the adrenaline calm down. I'm trying to run it here.
Welcome to Don't Trust Me 86. What's our roll call? Churchill? Oh, Melody?
Yo.
Becca, Dante, freaking Trader, Drake, Hostel,
Who?
Chris,
Who?
Jim B.
Oh, I'm playing couch today.
Fuck.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
I'll make it work. Ember?
I'll
I
present.
think
Otto.
What?
Make your
And
hot dog
Church
moldy.
must Chisholm.
That's it.
Church.
That's what
There you go.
Take that.
It's like a blueberry pancake.
No.
Look at him. He's dying.
Wow.
That doesn't sound good to me, but
Okay.
just because I don't like sausage.
I was just checking on my friend because he's got a mask on. But I'm the asshole. Okay.
You didn't check on me. What do you mean?
Maybe he's wearing a mask because he doesn't want to talk to you.
He's
It's
trying to avoid AI integration.
It's
Yeah,
actually
no.
not. It's actually not Fulton.
I fucking knew it.
It's Bolton.
That's
Bolton?
Yeah.
Michael Bolton?
It's
No,
Tom
that's
Caster.
Bolton, not Bolton.
Tom Caster's here
It's the
tonight.
same. Is that Fulton's dad's
You need to
name?
get your fucking
Yes.
ears checked.
I know I do, Kyle. I am deaf. I know.
Previously on Don't Trust Me. Safely
Wait,
teleporting.
hold on. Let me get something that
Oh
I
my
can.
god. Let me open the Oreos real
All right,
quick.
go ahead.
No, now it's my
What? Wait, there's a big thing of
No.
Oreos right there. Anyway.
How are you doing, Kyle?
Previously.
Previously on Don't Trust Me, safely teleporting back to Alganasha as blood sprays over the party. The group quickly assesses their damages. Beckett's tongue is healed of its necrosis, and the party makes the executive decision. Oh yeah, you healed Dante from necrosis.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He got blood in his mouth from a horrible.
Ma doesn't know who
resource.
Dante is, but that's okay.
Well, you'll figure it out.
None of us do.
He's a bitch.
It's a new guy.
And the party makes the executive decision to face whatever impending doom is attacking the bed in the morning. In the morning, Ember addresses a strange dream she had by noticing an ornate lever in the middle of camp that only she can see.
Oh,
Forgot
great.
about that.
Fiddling with it for a few, it promptly disappears. Amba is able to confirm that it is a similar power to his own. As he contemplates on how such an event could occur, he almost triggers his demise, albeit his focus is thrown off by Melody. With their affairs in order, the party teleports back to the bed and is accosted by a collection of zombified hands. After much squishing later, the party triumphs and disposes of the remaining corpses. It is surmised that the residents of the bed were disposed of improperly among LOA's incursion, leading to a horrid outbreak. On the ground floor of the establishment, Diego is found alive, albeit missing an arm. After making a medical decision that his health wouldn't break the curse, Chisamar and Beckett dispose of him. Jormungand, along with Rasa Delo's reinforcements, make their way in, noticing the barren waste that was once one of their outposts. Rattled by the LOA's brutality in dealing with their comrades, he commissions the group back to the vessel to break the news to Dogma. So yeah, if anyone remembers the last few moments of that, these reinforcements were very kind of destitute on realizing that not a single member of their group survived this
Pussies.
group of LOA that tried to, what's it called when the soldiers take over your house in the time of war? There's a specific word.
Martial law?
Yeah.
Sanguinate.
Occupy?
Sanguinate.
There's a very specific word for it.
Let's see.
I mean, the
Pillage.
Third Amendment is about quartering soldiers.
Well, not like you come in and your soldiers have to take place in someone's house, and so they stay in there.
Yeah, it's forced quartering.
No, there is a specific word for it, but I can't remember.
I'm going to Google.
No one here. It doesn't matter. That's the word I was going to use. deal here is
Quartering.
like it's not quartering.
That's what Google says. When soldiers take over a house, it's quartering.
Well, that's
30
the
minutes.
AI answer. You can't trust that. for
AI
shit.
doesn't know what's happening.
Whatever.
It might be. Who knows? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I'll post it. I'll post it in chat with all caps when I figure it out.
Yeah, it was the quartering.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Anyway, sorry.
As we left off, you guys were being escorted back to Rasa Delo. Do you guys have any lingering questions on what was occurring during this time? I know it's been a couple weeks.
It's very fuzzy for me.
Fuzzy's here?
It's as if
What? Fuck you.
it's as if something took
And
over
a
him
crossword
fully.
that I did the other day. Also, Buko was an answer to a clue, and I got a little chuckle out of it.
What was the question?
Well, it was like blank Buko,
Oh.
and the answer was
Also.
also.
Ah.
So, if any of you did the New York Times crossword like 2 days ago, you're welcome.
I did not.
Oh, dude, crosswords. I'm not 85 years old.
Got him.
You say that to yourself.
Mod's got nothing because Mod's memory's fuzzy.
I think I'd just be good to go back on the ship.
So are we like confronting Dogma at the moment? Or?
You're being brought back outside of the facility as we
We're, as far as I understand, we're gonna go to Dogma to break the news to him about what happened. That basically shit went south,
Right.
and hopefully he takes it well.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, he took us bringing on a traitor pretty well, so
Traitor.
Did he?
yeah.
All things considered.
As I said, I think he just more tolerated it more than anything else.
I mean, he didn't immediately kill anyone,
True.
Valid.
so I'd say that took it pretty well.
Going back to the bed, making your way out the original entrance of the bed that was originally supposed to be entered but was taken by the time you guys are led outside. With the reinforcements, you are escorted further out into the desert as they put these cloths over their face and they dive forward into the sand and slip right through. Instructing you guys to do the same.
I do that.
I do a
that.
gainer.
Give it over to the ground. Just usual bullshit.
Hopefully you'd land face first. It'd be a really horrible
I do that
experience.
in
It's
such
not.
a way that I take no damage.
Right through. You guys fall and stumble outwards through this sand waterfall that once again you guys have entered before, and you begin this somber kind of escort to this room here with the cold shoulders of this this large figure leading these shrouded reinforcements along with the remainder of your comrades to the very front of Rasa Delo. Eventually you get to the vault doors, they open up and you enter in and there's a figure at the very front here, fiddling with her controls with one hand and eating a very large sandwich with the other, just kind of munching, seemingly just kind of bereft of thought at what's going on, kind of waiting on just news of what's happening. That's what's happening there. You see the Dwergar figure, dully fiddling with some machinery at this large, kind of Nordic style table at the very center. And at the far right of the room, you see the dark gnome or the deep gnome, this druid woman, working away with glyphs in a book of hers. The three members that make up Dogma are in this room. We enter in.
Hello.
Boss, there's been some news. Give me a moment, this crawler is not going to devour itself. I hate jalapenos, but I can't stop. Continues munching, puts it down, and swivels around in this rickety chair, and kind of hops his halfling self up. Our friends have decided not to go through the bed tonight. Interesting. Didn't know you were so handsome to enjoy your day again. How goes our residents in the bed?
You're dead.
Well,
Bed is empty.
What do you mean?
There is no living souls in the bed. Or unliving. Actually, now.
That would be correct.
There's a more
Church is just covered in like purple and green hand-shaped bruises across her entire body.
There's a moment of now Dogma's actually making eye contact with all the group instead of just keeping this a passive moment and looking around and seeing the just kind of rugged shape of the group that they're in right now. What happened?
Yeah, have we ever even showered since?
No, this has
No.
just happened.
Okay,
Nah, we still.
It has
I'm
been maybe
definitely-
10 minutes
I'm definitely
since
covered
that
in blood.
happened.
I'm covered in blood.
What just happened?
Motion to
They didn't dispose of the dead properly.
And then they got a little
Who-
handsy.
Who did not dispose of the dead puppet?
Legion, cunt fuckers.
Yeah. All wrong.
So I guess we should start at the beginning.
Yeah.
your-
Go forward.
Your outpost here was taken over by Legion scouts,
Those assholes.
and they killed the people that you had there, and I guess just threw them in the river, and
Throw them in the river.
clearly
otherwise
that's
they've been
not
gone.
enough to destroy the bodies.
It's not.
After about 3 days of them being there, the bodies came back as an amalgamation of hands and grossness, and attacked. We escaped, came back and dealt with the leftovers.
There's a moment of stillness with him as he just kind of, with only his pupils moving back and forth, he closes up. 3 days ago, you say?
Mm-hmm.
You guys probably 4 by now, right? Because it was 3 yesterday. And
Time is but a construct.
Zulmengand, Marcial's family, the boy and his father. We picked them up last time, right? No. And the twins, they stayed as well. Not a single person?
not that we saw.
Not that we could tell.
I suppose it's possible maybe some of them escaped when shit went south, but Legion cleaned up their tracks pretty well. We couldn't fully decipher how they died, just that there wasn't anybody there when we showed up.
So no bodies either. Nothing I can question.
Not once we were done with them.
Sherman steps up again. They do have their commander stashed away. You see him look up. Splaymat. Give me a moment. He stands up and he casts a lesser restoration on himself and he suddenly sobers up a bit.
Do you have prestidigitation by chance? Okay.
Not the time.
Quick warning about the
Covered in
Legion.
poisonous blood. but okay.
You
understand.
either want to kill him now or kill him after you question him. If you leave him alive, he's gonna go back and report, and you'll have made an enemy with the Legion.
Normangal looks over. Plus, trust me. As he summons the body out here through a scroll that he had where he was absorbed, you see the body of Titus lay on the ground, riddled with bullet holes, including several through his skull. We will not have to worry about that.
It's efficient. I like it.
Maybe not efficient.
Well, I mean,
Efficient would be just one solid bullet
you know,
hole through the
that's a
head.
valid point. There was probably a little bit extra overkill here, but understandably so, though. A
Yeah.
little emotional, man.
Taurus. Dispel. The deep gnome walks over speak with dead. The body. It kind of slinks upward. Its head rolling around. And as his mouth cracks open. You can always see a little bit of necrosis fighting over it here, a zombification of the exposed body just kind of sitting there. But as this happens, its eyes open, there's this bright green coming out from its eyes, nose, and mouth as it forces its way up. And Dogma strolls his way over here, and you see, if you guys want to make a quick perception check for me.
Ooh, sure.
Boy, do I.
I love to perceive things.
17.
17?
17.
Well, that's not gonna be good.
I did pick out a d20. Okay.
That's a 7. 7.
That's
better than I'll tell you
13, big
I
fella.
Mine's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
4.
Bitch.
11. Just kidding. It's a 14.
Okay. So I think that's. Let's see. I think that's a 19. Make sure.
Yes.
That's a 19.
Okay.
Just because you got permission to my page.
The majority of you guys are mostly focused on the body that was once this figure that was commanding the squadron here. It's now just put a bullet-riddled husk that has been summoned back from the dead here. But those that are kind of looking at the full ones, our people here that got 15 or above, are looking at Dogma, strutting his way over here with a face that is a 50-50 parts anguish and rage. Like there are tears in his eyes, but he's biting his lip hard enough that that kind of doesn't really pull his full mood in that direction. He walks up to him, his hands just kind of quietly behind his back, very respectful, which is kind of unsettling and quiet. Your place here. What brought you to this place? Tell me, please. The body lurches up. Direct orders brought forth from the remaining commanders overseas. Establish outposts outside of Malindar. Acquire refuse at all cost. Refuge, whatever. He steps back. What happened to our people? The stragglers were uncompliant. They made the first move. We were not aware they were civilians. It was quick. And you see his head kind of lay down, his foot kind of tap, just kind of anxiously. The Rock States, the rest of them. What are your plans for them? That what can be seized was all a part of the spoils of war. Anywhere where the bed was ours to take. And you just keep seeing this rage build up, and like just a billowing tear run down Dogma's face as he struggles in his sobriety. How did you negotiate? How did you talk to my people? Did you even consider them people? Their allegiance wasn't clear. We assumed them all factors of war. We the magic begins to wane. He looks back at the body. And my friends about us here. What is their association with you? They are under direct command of General Scope, under immediate order of the Second Dark Knight. We were aware they were harboring the Fourth Seat. We allowed them refuge under our alliance. And as he says that, his body crumples down. The spell wears away, and as it does, the fingers begin to twitch a bit. And almost as quickly as that begins, Torres walks over and begins incinerating the body in front of everyone. All right, my friends. It is time for me to make a decision. Albeit, it is time for you to make a decision on just whose side you are on. You wear the coats of my enemies. You claim the practices of the people that killed mine. And you ride on my ship. Who are you? And who's to pay for this? Do these lives lost mean nothing to you?
You are saying there's only two sides.
There are not.
And
Do not put me against one of those two. We are not one of them.
You seem to make it pretty clear that they're on their side or your side. What if we're on no one's side?
There's Eloy, and there's Malik, and then there's us.
And then there's us. We're not on anyone's side.
The seven of you alone against the world. Is that how you managed to survive this long? Just claiming freedom against all these bodies. I'm sure that has gotten you this far. No, you claim. You wear the coats. You carry apparently the commands from leaders above. Surely someone is lying here. Or maybe you just haven't decided yet. But now is the time. I need to know who you are with. Because whoever did this, the factors of this war, are going to pay.
I believe I just made it pretty clear whose side we're on.
I don't believe you.
Okay, great. Then let us get our shit and we'll leave. If you don't believe us, let us go on our way. We haven't done anything to harm you or your cause.
I don't believe that is true.
What have we done?
There are legion amongst you.
I'm not asking what our people did, I'm asking what we did. Listen to me.
I am
we do?
I am not so daft as to assume you caused this war. I am aware that you are but pieces that have trickled down from a bigger process. I'm not so daft. Give me a moment to think. And he sits down as he kind of lets his rage subside for a moment.
If I may interject, all I'm saying here is more along these lines. I think part of what we're experiencing here is the most minor of a misunderstanding. I will not sit here and claim to know the allegiances of every person I am traveling with. I am but none but a hired hand of them for a couple of weeks now. However, in that moment in time, what I can tell you is this. These individuals, in their long and checkered past, I think they are very much righteous and true when they say they hope to whatever they seem to believe. I could not tell you. I'm going to gesture to the smoldering corpse. I don't know the truth of the matter of a dead man's corpse to whatever orders some of them may have from a high-ranking general. I don't concern myself with those matters per se. But in the time of experience I have traveled with them so far, they very much do beat to their own drum, and more importantly, I have found that if you can strike the right tune, they aren't very handy and helpful and capable. I imagine your loss is great and tremendous, and there is not a universe for which I can empathize fully with your situation. I cannot. However,
My situation is not what matters here. These people had families.
they did, and you are right, and what happened here, what happened by the Legion, was akin to war crimes. And I can promise you, these individuals, whatever allegiances they might have had forthwith, I know for a fact they will not sit by and see a war crime be committed, and even for a moment believe the perpetrators of that war crime are not but anything in the wrong. They are people you can trust.
Like I said before, I'm not so daft to chuck you up to a hole. But I will ask this, and I want you to be as forthcoming as possible to me. Did you guys have anything to do with this? Like, just any prior knowledge that this would happen, anything at all? That's all I want to know.
I knew Legion were awful. I did not think of them to stoop so low as to wipe out an entire colonization of people.
I want to insight him.
Okay.
I think I have good insight. That's a 14. I just kind of want to know if he's trying to like actually get a proper answer, or if he is trying to like flip on us, I guess.
Trying to what?
Like flip on us.
Okay. With a 14, at this point, he just kind of seems to be at his latter stage of grief here, and he understands that you guys aren't actively fighting him. It would honestly be stupid of you guys at this point, being as outnumbered as you are, and he just wants to know that this wasn't something that could have been prevented by your guys' knowledge of this.
Church walks over to him and whispers in his ear, "For what it's worth, boss, they did know some of the people amongst the Legion forces. They seem to be familiar with them.
Oh yeah? Like who?
I think Diego was one of them."
Some people amongst this group of murderers you have prior knowledge with?
I mean, we weren't friends with him.
We know them from the Gauntlet.
They're nothing more than acquaintances, and we certainly didn't think they were capable of anything.
I actually wanted to
Yes.
punch one, and then somebody stopped me. So
We didn't want you to break your fingers.
I'm just gonna sigh and slowly shift and
worth it.
saddle up next to Church. Just shift my body position, just slowly moves. But
Amber will remember that.
With that in mind, with your outburst, your soliloquy, these guys,
it's more of a monologue because everyone can hear
you're
it.
forthcoming with everything you know as a party for here. You have no reason to hide any of their actions, as that was your kind of duty here, and along with these guys' defense against that, make a group persuasion check for me, please.
God damn! I have a -1. Okay.
Well, don't you worry. I am.
Cool.
Alright, charisma-based characters, let's keep pulling some work here.
Okay.
That is out of the box.
I'm okay with
Count.
this.
That is a promiscuous. There
There it is.
Mine is a 29.
That's a 25 for
Awesome.
Rhonda.
You
my
guys are
God.
great.
What'd you
With
get?
a 6.
With charisma.
I'm over here trying to
27.
like speak
my
about like
God. Did you
they're
hear me? I
good.
said
I don't know.
29.
Everyone's just being like, I knew this guy for a long
I am
time.
18.
book smart. I am not street smart.
Jesus Christ. Okay, this is.
Your book street.
I'm book street.
The church is going.
Listen,
was
my
gonna say-
my monologue served its purpose.
As an average,
Did it.
that's over a 20. So I'll chalk that one up to
Thanks,
a success.
Amber.
Hey guys, you know I'm just doing what I can.
Albeit your DC was a 15 for that, so those rolls
It
did
wasn't
come
a
in
negative.
handy.
It wasn't a 1, so that's Oh,
And
I rolled a 17. You get a plus 10.
this is why I stand up back
16 and I'm plus 13.
when we walk in.
and the figure just kind of looks around.
Watch this.
You all have families, right?
Not that I care about.
Not really.
These
Him-
guys.
Him, I guess.
If
No,
I can be
no,
less
no.
specific, someone you care about.
Yes,
Sure.
a few people.
Used to.
It gets to a point where you care about too many people. So my standards are a bit high. I apologize for my outbursts, friends.
They were acceptable outbursts. You are forgiven.
You're in pain. I get it.
Before he can say anything else, I'll just kind of step forward
Sounds like the Godfather a little
and
bit.
say, what can we do to help make things right?
Who's like, you're in pain.
You have to make a choice. A different choice this time. Because I will either accept one of two options. Your full allegiance or your separation. None of you will die today. I'll make sure of that. But we need to know where you stand if we're going to make this a productive battle against our enemies here. Because this is my current plan. Take a day or so. Drop off as many civilians as I can. To the rogue states around. Whoever can wield a gun. Will wreck through the river with me. In the remains of this city. And we will go over to the border and kill anyone with a uniform. Because this is a violation of our deal. For both sides, who cares? You don't fuck with my family. That is my current plan. I'm open to other options. That entirely decides on what your choice is here. I need to know if you'd wish to stay with me as a full, allied member of House of the Law, or if you'd rather travel alone
I want to
and
message
deal
the
with your problem on your own. And he makes
We
direct
have a
contact with
huddle
Chisimar.
before
Just gonna,
Yeah.
just gonna just let that one go.
I want to send a brain group message
Sidebar.
and say, so we're not fucking doing that, right?
I was gonna look to it and just be like,
We're not doing that.
we can have an evening to have.
And
a
almost
chit-chat.
like, wait, doing what?
Is Amba not with us?
He's my favorite. Like he said that. Like, we're not doing what? He gave us two options.
We're not staying and murdering everyone on site.
Well,
Like,
he
we
said
kind of
he
have
would
our
cha-
own
But he
problems.
said he would change his options with us. With
That's-
us.
that's
What-
right,
He
we
said that
have-
was a preliminary plan.
I also
There could
don't
be-
really
like-
think being a
as in,
permanent
like-
member of this weird fucking
No, I don't
ship
think-
is also
just
a
gonna
good
pop.
option.
We can have like the night to decide, right? Like it's a big thing. We have a lot of plans to sift through. If we joined you, we'd kind of shift our entire parameter. Can we have an evening to discuss? it?
Tonight is
Discuss
an
it?
executive order. This will be the greatest party in House of the Law history. And tomorrow, shit gets done. So by all means, have the night. But I want to let you know, who is more amicable? Your patron or the bottle? I assure
I
you.
don't know what he's talking about.
He's like, what's a patron? I have a demon in my head.
At this moment, he says, because,
Yeah.
and as he holds up the bottle and shakes towards you, because I got free. Maybe I can help you as well. And as he says this, your
I was
ears
like, I just
begin
imagine I
to-
just start
you
feeling
get
so
this
much pain.
crazy tinnitus in your ears, and he says, "Do not." And that's all.
I'm having a great time. Yeah. I'm okay.
But other than that, the past couple of days have been quite a party. You have introduced me to quite a showmanship between two different parties. I guess not both people on each side can be truly despicable. You've also helped between the rogue states. I haven't gotten anything negative from Chechen yet. Takes a night. You get one more night. And in case you check the other decision, thank you for your stay on Rossadillo. And he wanders back to his desk and sits facing the screen. I will be down in an hour. I'll see you at the bar district.
You remember that?
And at this point, you're just left there alone. Amba, Jormungand, and several of the reinforcements are there. It's like, it's best time. It's best we head up now.
Yeah.
And you're escorted out of the sanctum, back into the grand scheme of the torpedo-esque cruise ship. As you guys now stand amongst yourself, Jormungand goes up to Churchill and gives you a proper bow and a salute, and goes off on his devices. The party is left to their own, at least for now.
Well, you guys did pretty good in there. Probably talked a little longer than you should have at times, but
I have that.
Yeah, it's a hubris.
I like the metaphor though. The drum one, I think he liked that.
Honestly, I felt it was one of my better ones. But listen, my goal was I'm just gonna throw this out here now because apparently we're doing a lot more traveling. You three, we gotta figure out what fucking bag is really going on here. Again, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I've only known you for a couple weeks. I don't hitch myself
What do you mean?
to sinking wagons. Apparently, no, what do I mean? Apparently, you have orders from a guy who's higher up in the Legion. According to the dead thing, was that true? Was that a lie by the dead
We
thing?
know like
I mean,
5.
respectfully, coming at us about baggage when you literally have so much crazy.
No, I do.
baggage
Listen,
kind of
I have a lot of baggage. My baggage is not directly tied into a war that is being fought.
As far as you know.
How about we do this in a room and not outside of the captain's fucking quarters?
Yeah, it's actually a really good idea.
No, I'm totally down with it. But this guy scares the shit out of me. Maybe we could go somewhere else.
Valid point.
No, I agree with everything you
I
said.
know.
Please, no, shut
Is
the
this
fuck
Amba?
up. Yeah, of course it's Amba.
Yeah.
Valid
Amba
point.
has,
That's
Amba's
good.
one to talk
That's a
about
good
baggage.
call.
It's like,
What is your pressure on him?
No, I started the war. I get it.
Yeah, we need to solve that shit.
This was my thing.
Okay.
Kind of
I
my
didn't
thing.
mean to, in my defense.
Starting
It
the
kind
war.
of
I mean,
was
that
my
kind of helped
start
too.
of
So
war. It may be 3, like.
So everybody's talking about starting the war. You hear the door close and church is gone.
Did you head on to your own room?
Dogma.
They started the war.
Okay, just
we did it.
roll it down to fingers. Everyone, Dogma's fully aware that the Grey Coats were the ones that
Yeah, no.
started this, and he kind of is aware of that affiliation.
Churchill
I'll be
just
trying
turns into a
to-
narc.
He's probably not super specific.
Turns into that supplies that she wasn't one from the start.
She immediately walked up at him and was like, "Well, they actually."
Churchill is 100% allied with Russell.
Yeah.
Just
As soon as
outside.
she walked over, it's like, I was like,
It's like,
yeah.
A private room for this
Let's go.
conversation.
agree back to our little suite. I agree.
Yeah.
We walk across here and we see as as we cross along this stretch here, there becomes this huge hologram in the center of this place. You're kind of hovering the thought of this this giant figure, the robotic figure of the combined form of Dogma outside of his little halfling form, floating amongst. And you see the glowing symbol of Rossillo on his head. My friends! We have come to a climax in our journey. Tonight, we party. We are doubling our rations for alcohol and food tonight. Enjoy. Tomorrow we'll have much hardship. And as that goes, there's a pause between the group before commotion begins. And you see multiple Foley folk kind of leaving the rooms. kind of buttoning their pants from whatever things they were dealing with in there, and just kind of rushing down to different floors. And it's like, oh, that's a crazy announcement.
Yeah.
And so a lot of civilians, a lot of the armed people are kind of situating themselves in different areas, kind of conferring with themselves. And eventually you guys make your way back to your sanctum, this kind of penthouse-esque, large room hotel that you guys have to yourselves here. Something you'll notice while you're here, there's a bit of an emptiness around here. Fauna's not in the room.
Oh, where'd that little cunt go?
Well, he definitely can't get far. We could smell him from a billion miles away.
I'll do a perception check if I can
He's like,
see.
Can I
Go
do
ahead.
can I do a sniff check?
That's a 6.
Sniff check.
A 6?
Yeah.
Honest.
I can glean that
I
he
mean, you
used
can
to
tell
be
where he was. Like, you get over there, like, yep, that's his bed. And you can tell it kind of trails off a little bit, but other than that, it's just that it's very broad. If only you were a dog. I mean, but you're not.
I do
If
an
only you could
investigation.
change into a dog.
An investigation? Sure.
Does he have like muddy footprints?
change
going
it?
Yeah,
anywhere?
try to
but
figure
if I
out.
change into if I change form
You think
into a
Maud
dog,
knows
like,
that he's a changeling?
I don't gain the properties of a dog.
13.
Yeah,
Change
you,
species.
yeah.
13?
I don't know how his ones work. Like the original change species.
Could get a
With
dog.
the 13, you do manage to see some sweaty footprints trailing off towards the door, and they get about 3/4 the way there, and they disappear.
I don't like that his footprints are damp.
Whether or not he's still walking there, or the footprints stopped being dirty, it's unclear. But they kind of stop at the door, and they don't lead outside the door; they just stop there.
Do the last footprints look like different than the other ones? Like maybe he shifted?
No, they all look the same.
Okay.
I guess I'll also do it.
They just stop. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking he just changed. Into a bird.
Nope.
It's
Burb.
board.
A burb.
The bird.
Did somebody say Boardman?
Bird person.
Well, it's Cloud Man.
Close enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is this something we need to worry about right now?
What's wrong?
We're
mean
missing our stinky little guy.
Smelly guy's gone.
The
For
Arc
those
Knight.
Yeah.
For those that know him, is this a common thing he does?
Well, assuming
I mean-
that he has his strength back, I mean,
Yeah.
quite literally, there's very little that can stop him from doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah. I'm just surprised he already has his strength back, but I mean, if he does.
What does he normally want to do?
Does it just normally
Be
fuck
the
off?
fuck away from people. Yeah.
So the
Smoke
odds are he
cigarettes
just.
and tell people to fuck off.
So the odds are he just went and fucked off somewhere.
He's probably looking for Camel Crush in a dumpster or something.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm not gonna worry about it.
Oh, I heard Candy Crush when you said that.
He's just gonna play. He's playing Candy Crush somewhere.
His phone was that he needs to find a charger.
Super Crush.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Stupid.
That's
Playing
what should
Candy
make
Crush
the
while he's
Emperor.
smoking his Camel Crush.
Alright, well, I mean, you can't go far. This place is only so big. We could probably search later, but I mean, what bad is he going to do here?
Are we still gonna have our discussion before?
No, I was hoping we could just.
Okay.
Again, I just want to know this whole
We
you
can
guys
all
got
say-
orders from a general guy thing because that seemed to set him off a little bit.
The other Arcanine.
Listen, I'm going to just be very clear about this whole thing. I have made
Yeah,
it a
standing's
personal
a little
point of
hard,
mine to
but
stay
yeah.
out of this whole war thing. So as far as like generals, arcanites, all that shit, you're gonna have to clue me in.
So I have a direct line to one of the Arknights.
Okay, you
I
did,
can just-
and you didn't think to share that.
I mean, it doesn't affect day to day.
You know, that's a valid point. Continue.
I've only really talked to him through it like twice. And one of them was to keep us from getting killed in there.
Okay, valid point. Valid point. If I may issue a small follow-up question, do y'all have an allegiance to the tits? But
As far as I'm aware, all of these here are technically Legion, right? Well, aside from. Well, I mean, technically you even are.
I am, yeah.
But I don't know if you are. I don't know where you stand when it comes to this war. If you support.
It's like, are you Legion? Or are you Legion?
At this point, I consider my ties with
You're
the
a
Legion to be
Legion.
purely contractual.
Mm.
That is something Dogma would like to hear.
Yeah, I
when
mean,
I say like to hear, I mean he'd enjoy hearing.
respectfully, I joined to find you, so.
And that is good enough of a reason.
I joined to save my life.
To be fair, though, I also don't really
Look
want to
with
like
you.
join another
You said you-
cult if I just
Well, I was
am trying to
raised
get
to
out
join,
of one.
and then at the last second I didn't. And then that's how I
Except
met
you
these
did.
guys.
Honestly, it doesn't
Huh?
sound like anybody
You did go
here
there.
has any
I mean, the bus blew up.
strong feelings
I
at
didn't
all
really have a
towards him.
choice. I got on a different bus.
Well, I know you were held hostage down in my facility. So that I know about you. You never had anything good to say back in the day. I'm assuming you only joined for the same reasons a lot of us did, to save our skins.
I mean, I just
I'm to find you.
So a lot of the reasons Aramil ascended people is to kind of help them survive in a world filled with magic, soldiers and whatnot. So maybe it's safe to say that we truly don't team up with either side. I know for sure you're not on the manic. No. You're just a dog runner. Politely saying.
I just want to be left the fuck alone.
And you
At this point.
never did quite say. What brought you here? Were you raised here or did
Yeah, I
something
was from the assembly.
did they sell you out or
I left.
that's good enough of
Okay,
an
okay.
good enough an excuse for there. I mean surely that is a reason to earn his amnesty.
And,
None of us here support either side.
well, as far as I'm concerned, earning his amnesty should be our priority right now, because it sounds like if we don't, and he kicks us off the ship, there's going to be a lot of lives that are lost. By appealing to his, I mean,
We have
just by appealing to him however we can potentially change his mind and save a lot of lives.
And also, how are we supposed to get across the river even by ourselves? I mean, will they even give us our cargo back? And if so, how are we still gonna get through?
I don't think we can account for getting anything back.
And then there's you. Yeah. He said he might have a way to help. Is that worth the risk for you? You hear that cough billow inside you, this flap.
God. You're gonna make him cough.
Sure you it is not. I don't need his help. Make a. Well, Alma's gonna make an insight check.
Yeah.
CJ, like you always have that reaction when somebody's inside
I
you.
mean, other people can insight if you want, because I rolled a 4.
23.
Oh my god. So you conveyed that pretty well with persuade.
It's a nat 20.
Wow.
Sick.
That's a 14
I'm like,
for
say
Modric.
19.
So conveying to these people here that rolled pretty good on their insight, would you say that you're kind of conveying?
Beating the 23, all you would get extra, not lying when he says he doesn't need his help, but is not saying it like there is a feeling of I'm not happy with my current situation. I'm not taking Dogma's help, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying to actively change with him.
Like you begrudgingly don't need his help.
Not even like there is a reason I can't take his help that I don't like. That is very clear if you beat a 20. Like I am saying no because I have to say no.
And you know this as well, Beckett. You've heard the ultimatum as well. It's like this guy, I want to have nothing to do with Dogma.
Yeah.
I feel like where we stand on two, our options are, in my opinion, actually fairly straightforward. Either we can say, hey, well, let's cut our ties. You're gonna go do your thing. We're not gonna interfere. He hopefully gives us all of our shit back. I imagine he might, especially if we do it politely. And we go on while it is. However, I am not speaking to either side. I am just putting out thoughts and making sure we're all aware of the situations. We have made comments that there will be a lot of bloodshed. I think he is going to settle down a little bit, not go for the whole kill anyone wearing a uniform idea. I think he's going to settle down a little bit. He's too smart to go the full bloodthirsty rampage. But it is worth knowing, if we rescind our influence here, whatever happens, happens. So, do anyone here assemble that wants to have an impact on what ends up happening?
Did somebody say assembly?
That's delightful. Sorry. That was good.
Well, you're dead.
Yay, let's move on.
Sorry. We would have to willingly join his side if we want to have an influence. So, essentially, if you want to be able to move the pieces on the chessboard, we're going to have to join the game.
And you can't.
Correct. I really should.
You can't.
Unless
Knowing what I know about
Well, yeah.
the demon in your head, you can't.
that is
I don't
unless
think he likes it when you say demon.
I don't give a shit.
I know you don't, but I'm the one that gets affected here.
I mean that is unless Dogma wasn't bluffing and there was a way that he could help you.
We are not going to talk about that.
The other problem is
Touche.
maybe he could help him, but he's been dead for
Maybe-
like 10 years. So like, if he can get Henri out, great. But then he dies.
Slowly get anaphylaxis over here and just fall over a corner. Stop.
You hear a sending spell.
Oh.
To Maud. Maybe bring silence towards Chizumar for this conversation? Just in case he may not. Then again, that might not be good for him.
I mean, let's see. I'm trying to jog my memory here. At this point, like, to actually, like, bring, like, silence out, do I still have to, like, pop into the MAD as usual, or
You
is
learn-
it just something that
You learn from Lua that this is no longer a cartridge
Right,
because it's been
'cause it's
absorbed.
been absorbed.
And so as you kind of think about this, in your hand that's not even your MAD arm, you bring out this morning star.
Sure, yeah.
And
Bring
for the
out
first
your
time,
dead.
you're just holding it like normal.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'll yeah, okay. No, I will, do that.
So,
It's been so long since last time I've done it, I completely forgot if I can fucking block.
out of the clear blue, in the middle of this conversation you're having, you suddenly hear just that crackle in the back of your head stop as Maud stands near you and you are suddenly lifted from Henri's presence.
Oh, he fucking hates that.
Oh,
gonna be real fucking pissed about this.
this.
Unless you never leave his side.
Okay,
Well,
so I don't.
Now think about it. Dogma fixes you, and you never have to hear about it from Henri.
Okay. Alright, first off, okay. First off, yeah, obviously I want this fucking thing taken care of. Obviously,
You
that's
don't even know how it's supposed to fix you. Yeah, you're right.
well, that's okay. So, from what I have learned, Dogma found. I don't necessarily want to find a way to get rid of him, like fully per se, but Dogma figured something out that made Henri leave his side, and more importantly, he figured something out where Henri wants me to have nothing to do with it. There is something Dogma knows that is a active threat to Henri's existence and his goals.
But what if this isn't something that's like a flip of a switch and he's just gone? What if this is something that requires like months or years of like waterboarding essentially or something? Or,
Trust me, I have thought about that and processed that. It's why I have been willing to just ignore what options could exist there because it could cause more harm than benefit. But if the problem is, obviously the only way I can get close to Dogma to have this type of conversation is if I have you with me.
Sure.
The deeper problem is this, and Silence, I appreciate their help here. Henri knows when Silence knocks something out. I don't know if after a certain amount of time, if Henri can brute force his way back in.
We can test it.
Well, shoot, at this point you've already done it.
Maybe you guys become buddies for a day or so now. Sorry, I didn't realize at the time that this would become a big risk.
Yeah.
I think
I've
Dogma's
been
gonna
trying to deal with this, but everyone keeps butting their nose in my situation.
We're trying to help you. We're in this together. We're all going to make it out of here alive.
I appreciate your
Did you
desire.
hear him? He just wants to be left alone and tell people to fuck off.
Also true. Very clear. Fuck off. But depending on how things go, once Silence goes back in his hidey hole, because we can't keep Silent out 24/7.
Can you?
Well, I guess that's a valid point. Can Silence just chill?
I don't know. And
I mean, I don't feel tired.
right, but in order to, I'm speaking in word at this point. In order to have you around, I have to have the Morning Star in hand, which could, I mean, carrying a weapon around 24/7. I'm fine with doing that. It might make some people uncomfortable.
Well, then we just advertise our situation. We put a post-it note on your head. Warning, it's like, warning, this is my emotional support Morning Star.
Thanks, Amba.
I'm trying to light the situation here.
There's no lighting a situation that potentially ends with my re-death.
Such a downer.
Reality. Nonetheless, beyond my fucked up situation for a minute, I assume I legitimately want to pose this. I am fine if we want to say we're dropping the whole Rasa the Low thing and we're going on with our day. I just need everyone to be aware that if we do that, the consequences are the consequences, and whatever happens, happens.
I think it would be in the best interest of everyone, for multiple different reasons, to ally with Rasa the Low as long as we can.
Here's the other thing that may be a little dark.
We could kill ourselves. That'll take us out of the throne altogether.
done.
I'm tired of all this.
I ain't gotta deal with this anymore.
Cast fireball in the group.
Let's do it. Skull
Refuses
spells
to
is
spell
out of
spells.
here. Sorry.
He stops talking. He looks over, sees Churchill, and is like, never mind.
Oh,
Never mind.
fuck.
I mean, I think I know where you're going with it, and I've had the same thought.
I'm gonna message Beckett, like, what is it I really want to know?
Do you actually message me?
Yes.
I say, the longer we stay here, the more likely it is that either me or Chisholm are gonna have to kill Dogma, and there goes our alliance with Sabuko.
My favorite part to that is Dante himself catching himself midway saying the right thing and knowing he then needed to correct to the wrong thing.
Because there's once again.
Has to do the bit.
Also, Buko.
So, the first things first of all, where are we standing on? Are we leaving in the morning on our own accord? Or are we going to keep playing the game and see if we can keep Rasa the Low from murdering too many people? Because, well, again, I do not think he's going to go for the full-on kill everything in uniform. He's too smart for that.
I don't know.
Is he doing this tomorrow? Like, did we have a time?
He's
frame?
going to sleep. We're making a
In
decision.
fairness, he's probably not going to be doing most of the killing. That's typically my job.
Fair enough. That's a good point, Church.
It's not a question
I've
whether...
enjoyed your addition to this group.
Let's make it clear. You're part of our group, not me part of your group.
We'll
This is my
He's over-
home turf.
He's over there being like, you're being really candid about all this in front of me.
That all being said,
You're one of us now. You forget those people.
You know, we have another plan. We can't say it, though. Everybody turns to Church. She'll never know what we're thinking.
You'll just weapon to kill the shit.
we gotta take care of that problem.
And then I just modify Church's
the
name
that
to make her think
problem?
that she's on our side.
Meanwhile, she's rolling nat 20s on her
I love
insides
that
all the
version.
time.
We gotta take care of that
The
problem.
problem. Yeah.
That being said,
That being said,
That being said.
there's gonna be bloodshed. he is going to get retribution for what happened to his people.
Yeah, it's not.
Lives are going to be lost at a high clip.
It's not a question about how angry he is or how smart he is. It's about how angry he is, and he's pretty fucking angry.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
And again, I'm just going to toss this out there because one of my past is very clear. I don't give a fuck. If he wants to murder all the assembly folk who were on their part of the war and lead, cool, awesome, they all suck. But I'm not going to sit here and force you lot to toss away your chance to influence and potentially save lives. Not my bag, not what I care about, but
Here's my thing. It would be awfully hypocritical of us to stand here and say, just because we're part of the Legion doesn't mean that we represent them, and then to just allow him to go off and kill every Legion member that he can find, regardless of how they are as individual people, because we can't write off an entire group like that. Sure,
They're
some
just
people,
following orders.
That's
some of them may deserve it, but
That's not for us to decide.
exactly.
There has to be a better way to solve this. That's why this war just has to stop. It just needs to stop.
you know,
Too late.
for certain situations, if you kill enough leaders in power,
That was our whole plan to begin with. That's why we captured Fauna.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump on the line here. Why then did you just not kill him?
Yeah, I'm curious about that one too, if that's the case.
Like, listen, I'm on board. I'm not a military mastermind guy. Not a lot of experiencing, large scale combat. But from my knowledge and my readings and everything, a way to take care of a large conflict is to just get rid of the power structure. You had part of the power structure captured, and then you let that go. Like, why did you? So you know how like and there's
I have the answer you
Hey,
wish.
Chismar, shut the fuck up and let him answer.
But I had a great analogy about like hanging a
You don't
guy
need-
over
Well,
a
now
dead
we're
shark.
getting an analogy. It might be interesting.
You're mansplaining right
You
now.
know those old
He already knows-
supervillain
he already
movies where
knows
like
your
they would hang
question.
the
You're just
hero they capture over the
mansplaining.
vat of sharks instead of actually killing him, and they give him a chance to escape the vat of sharks, and then it's like, oh, it all goes wrong. That's my point. Just put the bullet in that.
That's
Not
Continue,
a metaphor. That's not a metaphor.
Well, I'll meet you with a different metaphor. Why kill the monkey when you can make it your slave?
Because
I don't like
I'm
this
not
is
that
going off.
depraved.
No. You're not that depraved. But Dr. Brasswood, he wants this to last as long as it wants for them.
Okay, I'm not liking this guy now.
Good. He's the one that started this mess.
So why don't we just tell Rosa to load that?
I'm sure he already knows. I'm sure they already know that someone is causing and pulling the strings. It doesn't mean this war isn't going to cause more civilian casualties.
But I mean, why do you have to go after the lower ones that are just following orders instead of just cutting the head off the snake?
I don't know how rational this man is.
That's fair.
The man did cocaine off of someone else's elbow the other day.
That's just called Tuesday.
Someone's elbow?
I don't know who it was.
like
I
going
could
like
have told you
this?
that.
Like you,
It was weird.
Just
Yeah,
like
it was like the
there's a
divot.
Oh, like
it's
this.
a
It was the
little,
div. No, it was the divot inside.
Oh.
That's
Yeah, it was
you
easy.
go off. You go off.
That would tickle.
That's
That is irresponsible.
It's a firmer space.
Cocaine off the weenus.
Why not just
My
like?
band name.
Why not just a tray like a normal fucking person?
I mean,
Like you have to do cocaine weird off of people.
Can we change
We're
the
on that
subject?
later.
So, if this Brasswood motherfucker is who is the tippity top of the
Well, that was me answering your question.
I know.
The fact that the reason that they're not killed immediately is because Fauna was in Alginasha being produced like food. The other Arknights are probably being tortured the same.
okay,
When
that's
called him
actually
on
a fair point.
when we called him on the phone the other day, it seemed like he didn't care that he was dead. He was gonna end up dead anyway. That was the gist of the conversation. So maybe that, I don't know if that is the smartest way to go, but there was something about Brasswood when it came to the Arknights and the forerunners of the laboratories on the Legion end that turned him cold.
Have we met Brasswood in person?
You are the only one here that has.
Son of a bitch.
You've met him but briefly. It was a small conversation
But
in
briefly.
Arc 1 down in the engine gauntlet where he was convincing you not to
To fight fucking
Naughty.
God! And I didn't listen to him because I wanted to fucking fight Naughty.
That's the only interaction.
Oh my god.
Well, Hostel would have met him at one brief point, but he's not here right now. Other than that, that's the party's entire interaction with Brasswood.
Shit.
My BBEG.
I mean, do we know where this Brasswood guy is?
Know what he looks like.
Is that pure gasoline?
Can we just like
I mean, I can guess where Brasswood is.
can we just like give Dogma a location and be like, go?
No, he's in one of the outposts. I believe it was Outpost 07. It is in the middle of the ocean somewhere. I only ever knew where it was because I could transport myself there. I'd hope we could figure out more from that once we invade Malandar. Get some information from Terminal, you know?
Okay.
But for now, as far as I know, that man is in somewhere far too remote.
So
Meta question. Question to the DM. Is Outpost 7 where, if my memory serves me anyway, is that where whatever being was located that they captured and then they ended up using for fucking experiments out in New Mexico?
Is your 4.
Your friend.
Okay.
And you guys were there for a few at that outpost. That was out in the desert.
Right. For some reason, I thought that it was originally found in the ocean, and then they transported it to
Might
the
have.
desert. Okay.
Ooh.
It's almost as if I've planned this.
Crazy!
dun, dun, dun.
I just thought I remembered mentioning that. Anyway,
no, I did mention that, but
Okay.
the broader.
I don't know why I remembered that. That was years ago.
204, and that's the place where the tree was made,
Right.
and you guys met the tree there.
The tree.
That was your friend, wasn't it?
Save us.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so scary.
So just a thought here. Could we potentially say we'll work with Rosdalo and avenging what's going on and do a war, hurt some folks, whatever. But frame it in such a way, using our knowledge of who could be in power, the ultimate person behind it. You yourself have said we could get more knowledge in Malandar, where we are already headed. Could we not pose it as, hey, fuck up what you want to fuck up in the meantime? Keep it low scale though, don't draw undue attention to yourself. And then we go reconnaissance.
I feel like the best way is, of course, is to, at least to make some sort of deal. We don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to be riding the ship the whole time, but still have their best interest in mind.
Yeah. We say we're going to go to Malandar, we're going to get some information, figure out where this Brasswood con is, and... Sorry, demonetized.
No, I agree. You said so much worse. So you should not have said the N-word once.
No, I did.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I'm confident I did that.
Nonetheless, we could phrase it in such a way, because then we have our back door with some assistance from these folk if we need it. But also we can still continue upon our way.
And maybe at the same time they help you with your problem. Right?
That would be nice. Thank God Silence
At
is
least
still here.
hearing what they have to say before we make a decision would be
Yeah.
nice.
So in a nutshell, the idea here is to sort of sate the bloodlust by promising a bigger fish at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell him we know who the be-all, end-all target is. That we can go scout ahead in Malandar to see if we can figure out more. Because you take care of him, you end it all. We're done here. And you give him maybe the advice that going full bloodlust is just going to cause undue attention toward himself. He can still go, raid, do whatever. Keep fucking shit up. And we'll report back with our findings on bigger fish.
I mean, that is...
Do you think that'd be the thing he would go for?
I mean, that's...
Works for me.
I mean, that's our...
That is a soft yes. I like that.
I like someone who doesn't overcommit their answers on what the boss might do.
I mean, this sounds as good a plan as any to me. As long as we can...
It is also our word against theirs. They could probably never... I'm joking.
Look, we've convinced him once before. I mean, literally 30 minutes ago.
It lets us keep up.
To not kill
It
us.
lets us keep a seat at the table, and shuffling things around. instead of just letting chaos be chaos. Now, if anyone objects, please speak your mind and tell me to go fuck myself.
Melody,
Thank you.
do you have an opinion? You're pretty quiet this whole time.
I mean, really just kind of whatever you guys want to do.
What do you want to do?
I want to go home, to be honest.
Yeah, the baby.
That will always be the plan.
Well, I just feel like, I mean, we have a lot of shit we have to do, so it kind of sucks to keep getting, like, pulled into other people's problems.
I agree. But being as someone that caused all these problems, it's hard to say no.
My biggest concern is this whole we have to give him 100% of our allegiance. I've done that twice now in my life and regret them both times.
Yeah, I feel like
That's
if
why-
we're trying to leave one cult,
That's
like, why are we
That's
joining
why I'm
another
hoping
one?
negotiation
No
could
offense.
help us meet a happy middle.
right. Exactly what
Yeah.
Amba's saying. We're going to try to reach a compromise in the process.
Didn't sound like that was an option.
Well,
Sound like the two options were 100% allegiance or fuck off.
we'll just have to see if we can bypass his
And
ultimatum.
that's why we see if there is a
We can try.
I don't disagree that I don't necessarily want to just fully say I'm tied to it.
Hey, you're,
I'm not hitching myself to another man's horse.
You already said we could try. You don't push his buttons.
Never mind, we're not
That's what we
trying. Wishes was simpler. Sorry again, friends. Maybe in the meantime we enjoy ourselves a bit before trying to make the ultimate decision. No matter what, I'm on your side. So go with whatever you say.
I mean, for the time being, double food and liquor ration sounds pretty good to me.
I think that sounds fantastic. They said there was a bar district. Like a bar district.
Church,
sounds
can you
amazing.
lead the way?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Any other business to take care of before we all take a load off for the evening?
So I'm still worried about Philly.
I mean, I can message him. I'll do a. I will do a sending message to Fauna.
Oh, sending, okay.
Yeah, bitch is gonna hear me.
Wish that for your pet.
He doesn't have a choice. Cause I already know he doesn't have a mind shielding ring because we've been yapping over this already. Okay. I'm gonna say we saw your wet footprints. Where did you go? Are you okay? Things are a little weird here.
He had to
This
go.
is Melody, by the way.
He had to go re-moisten.
There's an awkward pause here, until eventually you hear, God damn it! You're fucking with my mojo. I'm laying the moves on here.
Oh god.
Alright, buddy.
Ew.
We'll find out.
I wanna
I haven't gone strange. Don't worry, damn it. Some strip bar downstairs.
Oh, of course.
I wanna lean in and go, guys, there's something I never considered. Does Fuzzy fuck?
Oh, most definitely.
I'm sure he has.
He's so stinky.
Listen, people are into weird shit out here.
I literally, like, standing near him burns my eyelashes. I don't.
Listen,
One man
there are
crack,
smells
one
out
man
here that
cold.
rival him. Some people are used to it.
Oh, I don't like hearing that.
Yeah, it's a fucked up place out here.
But moral of the story, he's fine.
Okay.
Alright.
There's
That's-
apparently also a strip club on the boat.
That's all we
somewhere.
need to know. We're good.
You know about the strip club above the bar? It's pretty popular. It's the Tear Duct. It's a.
Ew.
Wait, do you
Probably
think he
the tear
actually
duct.
showered? That's why he was wet. Oh my god! Oh my god! He showered. He's trying to get a date.
I like to think that him laying on the moves is just like getting a lap dance.
He's
like,
He's like, oh,
I think
she
he's
loves
doing
me.
he paid for it.
it's all about the beer.
Oh my god, he took a shower.
got the beard.
Listen,
he
I
says as
gave
he
him a
pulls
shower and he
singles out of
still
it.
smells foul, so I don't really know what shit will.
Sorry.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
bird joke in there somewhere.
Nice.
Okay.
Burton the hands worth two in the beard.
If you guys were wanting to go out for the night, you'll be able to inform the bar, you being a seasoned member here. I know there's several fleets that make up the bar district, which is at the 7th floor of the place. What's normally the Lido deck? Not the Lido, just like the main floor. There's White River. It's a bar that's based entirely around, like those pools that have the little things in the middle of them, where you just swim up and get yourself a tiki drink.
Hell yeah.
A swim up bar.
And you guys pride yourself. It's some of the cleanest water in fucking town. Like this stuff is filtered, and that's saying something. Then there's the Tear Duct. It's a relatively desperate strip bar. There's only so many strip bars available. Bavaria, which is kind of an artisanal bar. It's kind of a mix between like your, one of those things that kind of has impromptu bands and kind of artsy drinks. It's like your freaking alchemy bar, honestly, but with more kind of a theatrical thing going on in the background.
Do they have an open mic night?
Now there is a karaoke bar.
That's not an open. I fair enough.
Okay, that is when there's not something that's like, because there's not really a schedule. People just go up there and do shit. It's very chaotic. And so in theory, yeah, that would be an open mic thing. There's the Crevice Carcass. It's a more of a tavern style, which is more of a rough and tumble. Compare it more to Glorious Bar and Battle without all the antics going around. So that's where like you're gonna find your big, more rough and tumble dudes really just partying out there. And then there's Rosa Rialgo. That's your it's a themed bar, which is like this deep steampunk kind of thing. That's where your karaoke's gonna be.
Is that like your?
No, that's not the karaoke. The loot's loot. Loot being the loot, and then loot being the loot. That's your karaoke bar.
You say your themed bar, I'm like, oh yeah,
That's the
like Rainforest Cafe or something.
that's your Bioshock
where the
Infinite
tourists
place.
go.
It's not Rainforest Cafe. Ew.
Hey,
Anyways,
Rainforest Cafe slabs. I don't care what you say.
6 ones that are kind of infiltrated there, aside from people just kind of serving stuff as they walk by. This used to be a cruise ship, after all.
Yeah.
And so those are your choices.
What does everybody think?
I mean, you're free to split up if you want.
What's the party?
If there's ever a time to split.
I like try to.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
I like try to get away from everyone and like get church alone. Be like,
Ooh.
To go to your Tisma bar.
Oh,
Hey.
Melody, he's moving on pretty quick.
where do the pretty girls hang out?
Wow.
You're literally sitting next to 2 of them.
You don't hear me.
Wow.
The church narrows her eyes behind her sunglasses.
Do we see her like brow
Yeah,
furrow
brow.
a little bit?
Up to you guys to decide which 2 are the pretty ones.
For once, it's the
I don't know. Tear duct. All right.
Just start going.
I'm gonna head to the tear duct,
Oh my god.
and I'm just gonna walk.
Tell
Towards
Leslie
the
we
tear
said
duct.
hi.
Church just lingers for a moment. Okay, this I gotta watch. And then follows by.
You guys walk in there, Amma walks up to Melody and is like, want to go do some karaoke?
Sure.
Okay. Follow me. They leave the room together.
I'll. Well, is anybody checking in on Fonda?
I mean, Beckett's
they're
going
going
to
to
the
the
tear
tear
duct.
duct.
So
Okay, that's right. I didn't realize it. Okay,
they'll find him there.
gotcha. And then is Chismar going anywhere yet?
Oh, wherever that tavern is, we're all in.
You're probably going to want to stay in your mob.
I was gonna say we need to keep Chismar close. So.
Never mind.
No, well, what do you mean? What's
No, I'll be
I
fine.
just
You
walk
know,
away.
no. You two go
I
by
just
yourselves.
walk
I'll be
away.
okay. I'll be fine.
No, you gotta stay. You gotta stay.
I'll be
Look,
fine.
Paul takes one step away. Chismar starts foaming, spazzing, and then drops to the
Roll initiative!
Here, I'll make. I'm in a compromising mood. I'll make a compromise with you. We'll go where you want to go,
I'm already
as
gone.
long as we got. Okay, I'll go where you want to go. I don't know where the fuck she went.
Listen, Mod.
Anywhere Chiz is not is where I'm at.
Come on. I think we need to sit and have a talk about women. So.
All right.
What the fuck does
But
Chiz know about
Sometimes
women?
they are a complicated
Wow.
creature.
Chiz, is this my sex talk?
No, I imagine. Mon, I've seen the hog. I know you get the bitches. Or the male bitches, whatever you're into. I do not judge. Love is love and all that.
I don't know how I keep forgetting that this happened and when I was not here.
Oh yeah.
And the embarrassing thing is that you don't know if that's actually what it looks like. He
Chiz
could have
just
just.
has,
He's
like,
a changeling. He can make it look like
He
whatever he
could
wants.
just artificially like
What?
whenever
And then she
whenever
just
Mon
has
sees an
this
attractive
barb
woman, you
kitty
just
cat.
see that
Yeah.
like he shrinks like an inch because he has to redistribute the mass.
I thought that was gonna go somewhere else.
Don't like that.
Sorry.
Had us there in the first half, not
Don't
gonna
like
lie.
that.
Have to redistribute the mass.
Yeah. Also, not necessarily what Mon is bisexual. I don't know if I've ever said that, but Mon is
Nice.
bisexual.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck whatever you want to fuck. Nonetheless,
Apparently felt with that, so
nonetheless,
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
what the fucking problem is. I'm gonna go to this taverny place because
Oh, God.
rough and tumble. is my
Hey,
kind of
man,
scene,
going to the
so.
crevice carcass. Or crevice caress.
I don't.
You are welcome to
That's
join.
the name
I
at all.
do not feel obligated to stay by my.
Look,
Granted,
how-
the minute silence goes away, I'm probably gonna get a talking to, but I can talk my way out.
Look, this is our only night of leisure we're gonna have for who knows how long. Do you really want to spend it with that son of a bitch taking over your psyche?
Not necessarily. But I don't want you to feel I'm getting your morning star around all night.
If I'm intruding, I can leave.
What? No, you're okay. If you I mean,
It's me, isn't it?
Silence. Are you? I mean, I assume that you're okay with hanging out.
Quick, put your hand on your friend's shoulder. I'd like to speak with him.
Oh, you can do that.
Of course.
All right. Hey, just Mark.
Yeah.
Here's some weird shit. Mon puts his hand on his shoulder.
Just so quizzical.
I won't let him hurt you.
Oh, well, that's fucking. I did
I
not
told
expect you to sound like that. I appreciate it.
Am I being too loud?
No, you're fine. You're good. I'm used to a much more gravelly and angry voice inside my head, not someone as calm and relaxed as you.
Would that make you more comfortable?
No,
Yes.
trust me, it would not. It would not.
Do it.
It would not. I do have a
Honestly,
very.
silence for me.
Just now that I'm here, I'm very curious about this. You're doing such a great service in helping us kind of block out whatever the fuck's going on here.
Change the fucking music.
I don't
No,
know. I mean, it's
it
perfect.
fits.
This is
It
honestly
fits.
still working.
Yeah, it's still
it's
works.
working.
It's so
Um,
stupid.
I'm curious. Would Mon have to carry you out all night long for you to stay with us, or?
I would have to be present, but in theory, I can conceal myself anywhere on his body. He doesn't have to be holding me.
How does that work?
Well,
Oh, just like
Suddenly, you just feel something pop out the back of your neck.
it's
Just a
just
full
the head of a
I'm
morning
just a little bit
star.
like I don't know if that is better,
Just
but
a full
it works.
morning star with a
Stick
hand
it
out.
it's in like the full like staff like the staff and everything.
Yeah,
Fuck.
just by the handle.
You know what? I'll go ahead and just carry it. I think that's probably that'll be for the best.
Think they're gonna let you into the strip club? With this
We're not going to the strip
Could
club.
have just appeared on his waist.
Going to the rough tunnel.
We're going to the Carcass Crevice.
That's the one.
Crevice
Yeah,
Carcass.
that one.
I can't remember which word.
Crevice
was first,
caress.
Andrew.
The worst.
We're
of
going to the
options.
alliteration lounge.
Yeah.
The alliteration lounge.
There's literally loot.
The loot is cool. The loot is fun.
I regret it. I'm sorry.
All right. I will happily have you tag them all.
Sure, let's go.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and
Just scream up for Emily down the hall. Ember, you don't have to be by yourself if you don't want to.
Gone.
And yeah, Ember, you
Why'd you-
I should scream randomly down the hall.
I wanted you to come with the goddamn.
Fuck this
Ember,
guy.
did you have a specific option you wanted? You go to one of those guys? Did you want to pick one of the other ones?
I'm gonna pick a different one.
There's the
Everyone's
White
doing
River,
their
the-
own thing. I'm going.
The
with
White
this one.
River's the pool one, Tear Duck's the strip bar, Bavaria is the
Let's go to the pool.
Oh hey!
I'm gonna sit at the tiki bar with half my body in water. Let's do it.
She turns into a mermaid.
Yeah, Mod. Speaking about
Fire mermaid.
What?
That is the
God.
dumbest joke I will make all night.
And
I
scene.
like
For now.
And scene. Transitioning in Churchill, you followed. You're going with Beckett down there.
Tear dogs.
These guys are the first ones to act. Let's go to you guys first. You guys traveled down a bit. You guys finally made your way into the bar district, which is just bustling with folk at this point. This isn't like. This is like. It's like a more condensed Mardi Gras on Bourbon Street kind of situation. Like this whole floor takes up this area here, and so there's just dudes everywhere. There's a guy at a casino that's just like, it's not even real money. You guys don't have a real currency here. But the addiction's still a thing, so he's having a good time.
$dollars.
He's like, yeah! Just made out of
It's all
pebbles.
just, it's all Bitcoin.
It's all crypto. And you see, there's different folly folk, like there's these tall half-elves bringing down shot glasses on trays to different people here, and they look just as overwhelmed. They didn't know this shit was about to happen. Only maybe like an hour's passed since he made that the declaration. And so you should really get an idea of everyone being out of the room. You see guards here. You see, I don't know, people with kids that probably shouldn't be here, but they have nowhere else to be.
Right. And honestly, I think Beckett isn't necessarily like beelining towards the tear duct. Like he.
Well, you'd have to probably follow Churchill.
Did you follow me or did you take the lead yourself?
I got them.
I think once
even the bar district. This is.
I think once you led me to the bar district, I think it's more just like.
I can smell the glitter and
In
tassels.
full honestly, Beckett's probably gone like over a year without sex, so he's just like he's trying to find just like someone that he could just have like a meaningless one night stand with, and then just
Holy
like.
shit!
But
This
it's
guy
serious.
needs to get loose.
Wow.
So he's more just like kind of looking around to see if there's anyone that seems like.
Now here's
Like,
the
go.
point in time. What is Beckett's type?
He's looking for somebody with really low morals, low expectations.
Low standards.
Someone who's already
Beckett
crying.
likes someone who's really good at hide and seek.
Oh, you like girls that cry, do you?
Speaks to some trauma in the past.
Someone who's just really broken down that I'm willing to be the rock bottom tonight.
Beckett walks up to me and goes, I am willing to be your mistake.
Let me be
He's
your
like, listen,
mistake.
after
Let me
me,
be
there's
your rock
literally no
bottom.
worse you can possibly do. It's only up from here.
I want to be the person that changes you because you regret your
I'm
life.
rock hard and I'm definitely a bottom. That's you.
But I think it's more just like seeing if there's like anyone that's like seems interesting and like.
Does this future still have STDs?
There probably were.
You're in the east. There's your penis becomes a zombie. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what he's looking for right now, just walking through the bar district.
Okay, making your way down through the bar district, and ultimately, so eventually you would see the tear duct, but is that not necessarily what you're looking
Not
for?
necessarily. I don't want to like pay someone for sex.
Sure.
Okay, and he's taking
Yeah,
the
you're
lead. Are you
broke.
following with him, or are you just going?
No,
straight?
I'm going to the tear.
Okay, so you're gonna go first. I'll go Beckett first for this. She's taking the lead. You walk around, you see just Churchill's like, what the? Okay, he'll find his way here eventually.
As we're walking, I'm probably just fully honest with Churchill, just like, hey man, listen up. Like this is the goal here tonight.
Yeah, there's probably somebody.
Cool.
Okay. First off, as you're out here and you're just kind
Like,
of
they'll definitely roll
shuffling your way through this crowd of.
I guess, talk about what happened in bed. Maybe someone had family there,
Just to make it really. Do you want some comfort in these trying times?
My condolences.
My condolences. Here's my top.
I learned this from my friend Maud.
Eventually, make a perception check.
Okay.
See
Does
who
that mean
gets,
mod
what
folks?
kind of mad ladies we can spot here.
12.
Okay.
Everyone fucks.
That's not
Mine's
terrible.
only pretend.
Not everyone. Jesus. I'm a sheltered kid my whole life.
Strolling through here, there's the easiest people to spot are the people that are here having a fun time. And so the people that stand out are the people that are sitting off to the side, kind of in waiting. More specifically, you still see during the midst of all this several different guards stationed about with their their weapons hilted around them here, and just kind of with their hands to the side. There's maybe half a dozen. This place
Okay.
is the ones that aren't partying. They're just kind of sitting there. But you do spot one of them here that's leaning with the back, their heads kind of resting, and they're just kind of doing this leisurely dance along to music that's playing along in the background.
Alright. A guard that's doing that?
Yeah, one of the guards.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll walk up to him.
Okay. The guards here, and it has the same cloth that's you guys put over your faces over it during this time over here, and it's got this dirty makeshift blazer over. A lot of them have very similar. They're not, but they don't all match. It's just it's the cloth that mostly lets you in the guns that lets you know that these are the guns.
Right.
As you walk up here, it just seems like the character's vibing a bit and doesn't really immediately pay attention to you as it walks up to you.
Okay, cool. I'll walk up and just be like, stuck on duty tonight?
I don't know if duty's the word. But here we are. Oh, hello. And pulls the mask up a little bit, and it's this high elven lady here. She's got like these high up cheekbones and these bright golden eyes here, and just these kind of devilish fangs. She looks up and you can see this smile. It's like, what on earth do you want?
You want a drink? And I hold out like two.
And she just kind of snatch from person side to side.
Yeah.
Suppose I could take a break?
Cheers.
And she slowly rolls it back. Doesn't immediately swallow, just swishes it around her mouth. A day in which we don't distill our own stuff. One of these days. What's your name?
Name's Beckett. What's your name?
Nara.
Nara?
Nara.
Nice to meet you.
Gives you the handshake. Trying to see one of these folk here. Who's down for some fun? Care to look for me? and as she says this, she gives you a wink.
I think I might be able to find someone.
Oh yeah? Come stand next to me. Let's see what we can find.
Alright.
As he lays there, you feel she's drinking a little bit here from
Yes.
this. And give me a quick insight check.
You will get an STI from this.
Dirty 20.
Okay, it's pretty obvious as she just gingerly like kind of shoulder leans on you here. She's very comfortable in the scenario here. She's,
Yeah.
It seems kind of like this character knows what's in store tomorrow and is really trying to
Right.
throw down.
Yeah.
Throw down.
I spy with my little eye. I think you're blocking the way as she looks straight at you.
What'd you say?
I think you're blocking the way as she's looking straight at you. Can't see through you. Once again,
Sorry.
making direct eye contact with you.
I think you're blocking the way for me too, so.
Let's cut to someone else. No, I'll give you this. I'm like, you guys give each other a knowing look.
Yeah. And we can just fade to black there.
To the
Heading
closet they go.
No, we'll go back. We'll circle back.
Okay.
Churchill, you enter into
Is
this.
there a roll that's entire?
You enter into this night
Yeah.
bar here, and
I
it's
refuse.
the darkest corner of the dark web's version of a strip bar. There's the poles have freaking these thick dwarven women showing what they got, and the scraggliest of drow doing the opposite. It's a completely coercive environment for all sexualities and all type of fun, and no one here is causing any strife. It seems just like a place where dudes are sitting and watching, and people are standing and performing. Make a perception check for me as you enter in here. Unless you have somewhere specifically you want to sit.
This place has the best food.
Dude, this place makes a scotched egg you wouldn't believe.
The buffalo wings here to die for.
The Osabuco here. Holy
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's only a 6 for perception.
A 6? You know
I got my sunglasses on. I can't see shit.
You see the
Unfortunately,
bar?
it's like God the body.
That's all that matters. Okay, so you sit down at this bar here, and you see a familiar barkeep. These guys shuffle around, but he looks at you and gives you a knowing look. He's like, regular?
Yep.
What's your regular?
Do they have ramen?
Ramen? Oh, so you're not ordering. You're just getting the food.
I'll get a drink.
Oh
too.
yeah, if we're talking about cheap food, they got all that crap
Oh, yeah.
here.
Is it just like the packaged ramen and they just
It's the
pour
fucking
boiling
Mauritian
water over?
ramen just fully set up to go
They
there.
don't even boil the water, just hot, just pour it over the top. With a bit of little flakes in there.
No, you just no water, just crunch it.
But no, it's got its own flavor to it. There's a zestiness to food over in the assembly that's you really can't beat. Mostly because you don't know anything better.
Fair enough.
So it's brought over to you here, and you have this hearty glass of vodka and whatever accoutrements they put in there. It's like surprise as always. While you're sitting down here, you do hear the commotion around, but more specifically, you hear a small conversation happening next to you here. You hear a conversation between two small folk. You hear, yeah, place isn't that bad. I don't know, I get around the district. What about you? Tend to stick up in the quarters. No, bigwigs like you, I'm surprised you can throw anything away. Oh, yeah, I've been known to party every once in a while. Hey, you don't happen to smoke, do you? Never. Yeah, me neither. Stuff will kill you, you know. I agree.
If that's gonna happen, church is gonna light up.
Make an insight check as this character reacts.
Fuzzy immediately just goes, God, I want one so bad.
Fuck.
He's like, I just want to suck on that.
He wants to suck on something, that's for sure.
15.
You see his freaking pointed ear twitch like uncontrollably as it just kind of filters by. You see his eyes begin to water a bit. This conversation brings a tear to my eye. And as you might notice here, but there is the 4th seat Arcanite sitting here speaking with the second in command, Taurus, the deep gnome, the third part.
I don't know. I don't think I know what Fauna looks like. Though.
He's also a gnome. He's a hill gnome. It's just
Yeah.
He's got this freaking pointed over nose, and he's got just this thick ginger beard.
Yeah.
But his clothes is surprisingly clean, and his balding head is really pulled back into this tight ponytail. And he's got this necklace that's just made of like an array of polished bones. I don't know. It's very strange.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure. Sitting next to him is the 1/3 in command of Rasa Below, Taurus, who is more interested in the drink than she is the company here. But Fauna's laying on pretty cool to the most part, and so that's the scenario that's happening there. Barkeep, what do you want next? Just the water's fine with me. 2 waters, yeah. Be fine with me. I've been sober for 14 years, yeah. Is there any other thing that you're specifically looking at here?
No, I don't think I think I'll keep listening to the conversation next to me.
Just hearing Fauna do his best to pull
Again,
somebody with
I don't think
favor.
Church knows this is Fauna necessarily.
Have you-
I don't
has
think
Church
I
met
don't
Fauna?
think
No,
Church has met
Church hasn't
Fauna.
met Fauna, and all the conversations happened in everybody's head. So Church literally doesn't know.
Yeah,
And
In
I'm
theory,
thinking-
you just know that some idiot's flirting
Yeah.
with...
I know. I'm here like I know this guy that they're with is in here somewhere.
Does he smell it?
Do give me a history check, though, real
Does he
quick.
smell?
He doesn't smell, actually.
This is also
Kinda.
the tear duct. It's gonna smell regardless.
Yeah.
But no, like
There's
I
a
know.
mist of
Fauna.
sweat in the
Like
air.
you know, I don't even. Oh,
It's just a clean mist of sweat.
Oh yes, it's such
Oh,
a
is
good
he
skill
nervous?
for church.
No, it's just the energy in the air. 7.
7.
damn.
I mean, you know, Taurus is a pretty esteemed druid, but you don't necessarily know just what she's done for the establishment. You just know that, like, she is one of the things that makes Dogma Dogma. And so it's just kind of silly seeing this whole account happen here. Going up a little offward from there, Merrick and Melody will saunter downwards toward this bar called the Loot's Loot. What?
So silly.
It is freaking.
Which loot comes first? Is it the
Dingling Loot?
It's Loot's Loot.
Yeah.
It's the music.
Well, honestly, it could work both
that,
ways.
does,
Doesn't
that
matter.
did not answer my question.
Music and then money.
Okay.
No, the loot has a lute. It's playing a lute. A lute is holding a lute.
It's a
Aloofly.
Hate that.
Absolutely.
No, absolutely.
I'm wondering. Well, friendo, maybe we are too young to drink. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I'm already like have a flask. I'm like,
Perhaps I spoke too soon. I don't know. I never really experiment much. I mean, I guess they tried to offer me cocaine here, but that is a little out of my league.
yeah, that's
Maybe I start with something simple, like a screwdriver.
like probably like
Came
a
off your
cider.
penis.
Cider?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I wonder if they have my
There's
favorite
your
brand
trick.
cider here.
You just
Do you think they have Dixon's here?
Dicks.
No, Dixon's. Yeah, Dixon's
It's
cider.
right there.
It's my favorite type.
Dicks.
It was good.
You should go up and tell that joke.
My
about
favorite
it.
is
High fives a random dude.
Great job, bro.
Guy who's scary looking. Just not to pay too much attention. What the fuck?
Just a hearty slap on the back.
Hand
Put
was
something in it.
so callous.
With like a
I
scissors
sit at the
on
bar
the
and I
shit.
say like, "Do you have any cider here?" And they're like,
Probably.
Something like 2%.
We got the pulp.
Do you have any beer from Walmart?
"Do you have any
Bud
Bush
Light.
Light?"
The only thing
Oh my
2%
God.
we have here is milk.
Nice.
The only thing we give 2% here is a shit. We have 2% shits here.
Orange juice, pulp.
But he sits down, he comes back, and
Pulp.
he brings them. I honestly have no idea what they put in here, but I mean, here,
It's a little more fiber.
take your light off.
But
Yeah.
if I
Might
have
be a
it
short
without-
night, but a long night tomorrow, you know.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered by pulp because I'm not a baby.
And he kind
That's
of
fine.
looks up at this
If that
dude
makes me
singing a song that's purely an Eastern folly, and so he has no idea what's going on. He's like, these
He's
guys.
just mooing.
It's a tabaxi, you
Yeah, somebody
racist.
diving in the background.
It's Mongolian throat
He
singing.
just, he just recurring.
He's making that Yoko Ono noise.
Oh my god.
I hate it.
It's fucking like Sting.
Oh
Just
my
hearing
God.
the little I love you.
Hey,
Just hear every 3 words.
do you want to cause some chaos?
Maybe are we gonna get kicked out?
Wow, you've really grown up in the time I've gone away from you.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just fucking tired. We have a lot of responsibility. Last time I was irresponsible, I caught Fuzzy's face on fire, and that really didn't end well for me. So
You guys keep talking about that.
it
That
was
seems
just
like a
really
point
cool.
of pride for you.
It was really cool. It was really cool once we found out he was an Arknight. To be honest.
Was it really cool when you found out I was powerful?
No, you were trying to kill me.
I know, but
That
that
fucking
aside,
sucked.
No, like aside from the dangerous stuff, like I was cool, right? Like I got some magical shit going on now. I've really come a long way, right? As he's only half his drink in, but he seems like he's already kind of hitting it. Like he's a lightweight.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, yeah, I think it's cool. Wish you didn't have to like abandon everything we ever knew to do that.
I suppose apologies aren't enough anymore, right?
I don't know. I'm just
Well,
maybe I need more of my beer.
Maybe you can have mine. And he says your comment seems to kind of bum him out a bit. He kind of sits and thinks to himself for a moment. His helmet's sitting on the side of the bar here, and he's just kind of listening to the guttural howls of what's happening up on the stage. Just it's beautiful for some people in the bar. They're like, fuck yeah.
That guy really hits that note.
That one note.
Are people enjoying this music?
Some of them. The people that can understand Eastern Folly, which is, honestly, there's a lot of Eastern Folly here, so that would be a lot.
Okay.
I don't think you do. Do you know Eastern Folly?
I don't think so.
I do.
You probably understand a lot of the people that are around here, too. It's mostly Malik and Eastern Folly communicating with you. We're going to jump over to Ember.
Imby.
You make your way into this room here, and there's this kind of... Well, I guess I could be making this more accommodating for the scenario, and...
You gotta flood the room with water.
Well, it's just a more kind of sun-setting room above, as the entrance to this room here has this certain type of dancing lights around here that are meant to make the place seem a little bit more warm in here. Like there's a nice sunset on the beach kind of feel here, but the sand that's kind of sprinkled out alongst the edges of this pool here is, you can tell it's not great, but the sand here never was. At least it doesn't look black. And this isn't. I mean,
freaking black sand.
the majority of the people are kind of surrounding these center areas. There's these 3 different kind of circles in this weird fidget spinner shaped big open pool area here on the inside that the majority of people are gravitating towards those focal points in the middle and to the 3 points around it here. Other than that, like kind of sauntering off to the side, maybe a couple kids splashing each other with this kind of murky water.
My clothes are still covered in blood.
I just turned the pool red.
I didn't change before.
You
I
just
left.
get in.
No. Oh my god.
Don't give me the
So
choice.
she's
Start
so
with
shy.
the-
Like, when's the
Cool
last
one.
time we showered?
Just want to say, everyone's giving you guys weird looks to begin with. Maybe not you, like, yeah, they've had a long day, but whatever.
No, I'd probably do like like if you go night swimming, like she takes off like most of her clothes except like her underwear. She doesn't have her swimsuit.
It's like regular.
And then she puts all of that in the pouch,
Okay.
so nobody steals my shit.
Okay, so you kind of put that away. And you just kind of dip your feet and whatnot.
Oh, she'll jump in.
Man. Just stuff that's on your arm just kind of dissipates into it. It's no white sandy beach water, but it's decent water.
Yeah.
Get it a little bit in your mouth. You taste, it's a little bitter, but maybe that's just they're overcompensating with their puritans to fix this shit. But you'll be able to saunter your way up. Make a perception check for me.
Oh shit. I don't. Damn, I think that was a 20. That was a 15.
You could have just lied.
I know, but yeah. Dante would have seen me.
He's on his phone.
Yeah.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. As you wander up and you find this little gap here between this male and female half elf here. You swim up to this spot here and you're brought up and there's this tabaxi bartender here that's shaved down to look like a sphinx.
Oh god.
And it's just got this.
But it's not.
It's a tabaxi. It's just a sphinx type of scene. So it's got this wrinkly body, but these gloved up hands here, and it's got a show going on here, and it's got no shirt on, so it's tubby belly, just kind of flopping as he does this. But everyone here is enjoying it, and he just goes like, "Hey!" and just kind of fills like a line of shots here, and they just grabbed up, "Cheers!" They go, and there's another line here, and just shakes up a different color of liqueur that was sitting along, just "Hey!" They're like, "Hey!" And
Tries to get up in everyone's armpits.
armpits are surprisingly the only thing that's hairy on the guy. No, but addresses you. Would you like a drink, ma'am?
Yeah, let's do it.
I got you. What would you like?
Something special. Dealer's choice.
Something special. It's okay. Goes along, grabs a couple colored liqueurs here and mix them together. Gives it a hearty shake. So when it pours it out, it's a shake.
Can I read anything?
What languages do you know?
I do.
If you know Malik, then
Nope.
you would. Nope, you have no idea what these say.
Oh. Great.
so he pours 3 different types of liqueurs into this mixer here. One's red, one's green, and one's blue. But as he mixes it up, it sadly just comes out purpley brown.
Okay.
He's like, I tried.
Yeah, how's it taste? I'll take a drink.
Pretty good. Call this the blues remorse.
The what?
Nice.
It is
Oh. Took CJ a second. Okay.
stupid. Try it and then give me a Constitution save.
Great.
Not good.
Con save. Okay. I guess plus 6. What is that? Oh, that's an 18, so 24.
24. Okay, you definitely pass. I mean, it's just gross. It doesn't necessarily hurt you.
I've recently had blood go
It's
in my
like-
mouth. This is perfectly
Like,
fine.
who mixes freaking chocolate cake vodka with Mountain Dew? What were they thinking?
Desperate children is the answer.
You're like, oh, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's
With
fine.
that roll like that, you're kind of digging this here.
It kind of slaps.
And this half elf woman next to you kind of gives you an elbow and is like, first time here, stranger? Don't see a lot of humans around here.
I mean, I've like off and on the past. What have we been here like a week or so?
Oh, you're a group of the strangers, right?
Something like that.
I think Anya's thrown up.
Oh no.
Yeah, she probably is.
Yeah, it's a pile of you.
Oh great.
No. Don't let us scare you. This place is filled with all forms of freaks, but we don't mean no harm. Just trying to live our lives. Oh, well, we do.
Oh, okay.
We're really freaky, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Slay, girl.
And the person on the left of you,
Amber blushes.
the person on the left of you gives him an elbow. It's like, don't mind her. She's had too much to drink tonight. That's my wife. We've been here for an hour or so now.
My wife.
So we don't see a lot of humans around here.
I swear to God. I cannot roleplay this.
It's happening. Sorry.
You chose you bar.
Kayla, I'm so sorry for what's about to happen. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, this is my first time traveling to this country. This is fucking crazy. You okay?
Oh my god, everybody's falling apart.
Sorry, this stuff's just so smooth.
Are you drinking what I'm drinking? What are you drinking?
I just drank this pitch black.
It's just motor oil. And
Oh,
vodka.
the delicacy.
You know what they say? It goes down, then I go down.
Oh, I'm sure your wife loves that.
And you see her blush a little bit from the other side. Oh, this place gets so crowded, you know.
Yeah.
Me and Dee Dee over there have been a little busy here.
What's her name?
Dee Dee. I'm Piotr, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Piotr?
Yeah. P-Y-O-T-R.
Piotr.
I don't
Okay.
know, man.
Piotr and Didi.
You gonna judge these folly
No.
folks? It's so rude.
Certainly not.
I was like, so how much longer you guys want to stay around here? I figured we could, I don't know, see what the duct is doing, or maybe, I don't know, explore the ship a little bit.
The doctor.
The duct.
The duct.
Yeah, you've been to the strip club?
Oh, the tear duct. No, I've heard about it.
You know, I've been there a couple times, but performance just takes so much out of me in my old age.
Oh, you work there?
No, I just like to volunteer in
Oh,
my
cool.
free time.
Yeah.
She's quite the wild one, if you know what I mean. You should see her dance.
Well, it's
You
nice
know
that your
I-
husband's so supportive.
Oh, don't worry. He supports me in all sorts of ways.
I bet. Ember's like clearly uncomfortable. She doesn't want to be rude. She's got that, you
Hey,
know,
roll a vibe
Midwest.
check for me.
She's got like that
Just a
Midwest.
straight vibe check.
Oh, that's a 5.
You're a little uncomfortable. Yeah. you, I don't know if this is your thing. But it's
I
up
just
to you.
came here to drink and swim on my own.
As they notice your vibe check a bit, they back off a bit.
Cool.
They're like, hey,
Cool.
cheers. They give you a final cheers.
Yeah.
Are you not gonna have a threesome?
And they both get up at the same
What's
time.
the
and walk
point?
away.
Just wave to him.
Why do we even play this game?
Ugh.
It almost happened.
Oof. No, it didn't.
So you sit here and enjoy your time for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I order some more of those drinks.
And they're, like I said, that nothing costs you
Fucking
anything here. They're being
Cool.
brought, and this guy is eagerly able to bring you everything you want. If it's okay, let's swap over to
Yeah.
our dynamic duo
Oh
here.
God. Chiz and Maud. Maud and Chiz.
Mighty and powerful gods. It's my favorite 70s cop duo.
Maud and Chiz.
Chad and Miz.
No.
Don't like that.
Chad.
Okay. You guys saunter yourself down and end up finding the place that's easily filled with the most commotion out of everything here.
Just the way I like it.
You enter this area and you have Maud coming in here that just has this bright green radiant morning star just sitting over her shoulder here. And you see like
To match the just to match the energy with that, I have pulled out the great axe and just have a big just sauntering like match the energy.
Sure.
You know? So just mine and I sauntering in with just two very, very out of place looking weapons.
okay, make a perception check, the two of you guys.
Sure.
They're not gonna like them breaking in weapons.
I have a feeling. Oh.
Is that Anya?
12.
Yeah. Her tummy probably hurts. What'd you get?
12.
Okay, well I got 3.
Okay, well, my 12 is leading
I'm
the path.
vaguely aware that we are entering a bar. I assume.
I'm focused on like trying to like make Maud feel more comfortable because he's being so nice to me. Like, I guess I'm not used to slinging it around and keeping the pocket dimension for a reason.
You know, you'd feel a little more confident if we could talk to you.
I don't want this to talk to me.
I mean, it's better than the thing in your head, right?
This comes from the thing in my head.
What are you holding?
The axe.
My great axe.
Oh, you
Yeah.
actually summoned your weapon?
Yeah,
But you
I
can't-
summoned mine to
you
match him.
cannot, you cannot do that while you're around silence.
Oh, I can't?
No, you can't.
Okay, never
You've
mind.
tested this
Never mind.
before. You've tested
Oh,
this
that's
before.
true. I forgot. It suppresses also that stuff. No, never mind.
I was like,
Do you have
man, if you have a regular axe, you can probably.
No,
He's just
my
doing
only
this.
weapon is my pack weapon.
Okay. So
You
you're-
just borrowed my little rapier, so you're just like, I don't know what to
Yeah.
do with this.
Do
I
have
just
any?
assumed
Hey,
you were holding
whatever you
on.
got,
Yeah,
that'll
no.
make you feel a little better.
No, I have nothing then. Yeah, I just have myself.
That's fine. Hey, it's alright.
Yeah, these
Yeah, 12 as I
weapons.
walked in.
Alright, and you make your way in here, and it's like GBB, but no holds barred. You see active shoving matches happening in random spots. There's like someone takes an elbow to the throat, and it just kind of laughs it off. It's like, it's just, you see drinks in these big tankers just being smashed into things. There, you avoid broken glass on the ground here. There's a frenzy happening about as you enter in this area here.
Cool.
But there's a controlled chaos amongst the bar staff here that are just working their way, emptying, and it's almost entirely beer-based what's going on here. You see these long, tall, dark handles as well as these hazy ones that are being spread about. It's kind of a dichotomy between the two. You're either getting an IPA or something that tastes like a friggin' cud.
Is it like they just get a whole bunch of beer from their raisins, they just all pour it into one barrel?
Honestly, you have not. I mean, how these guys brew their stuff in this random facility is a bit of an enigma to you.
Sure.
I mean, you do see different taps and whatnots, and you see back rooms, so Lord knows what kind of brewery this place has in store.
I'll turn to Shizmar and say, well, if there's any bar in this place where it's appropriate and a little comforting to have a weapon drawn, it's probably this one.
See, there you go.
And you said you guys rolled perception checks for me?
I got a 12 manga.
I got like 3. Yeah.
Looking around, you do see a lot of weapons brandished, but most of them are just iron knuckles and guns. So it's a little to the extreme, but that's because a lot of the guards are here.
Okay. Fair enough.
And so you see like these heavy freaking machine guns just sitting on the back of some of these guys as they're holding beer. It's very unsettling. Lifting up their face plates and taking big swigs, cheersing, liquid flying through the air. You hear some yodeling in the background from someone that's standing on the bar with it's just completely nude, this little half leg.
Great.
No one's
Keep
paying-
going, brother.
No one
Heard
even
that
paying
before.
attention to him. So you guys wander in here in this compact space. There has to be at least 100 dudes just bumping into each other in here. But I mean, it doesn't take long for someone to simply swing by with one of these big plates of tankers, and you're able to grab one right off.
And
Cool.
grab that.
Fuck
Thank you.
yeah. I do that.
Sitting here with your metal hands.
There is a level of peace in the chaos, is there not?
Yeah. I mean, and so far people seem to, for the most part, not be bothering us, which was kind of
Yeah.
my goal.
Yeah. See, when you go to those subdued places where it's all close and where there's opportunities for conversation, you get a lot of unwanted advances.
Yeah.
You have people come up to you and ask you too many questions or proposition you in some weird way or things like that. You come to a place like this where there's just rabble-rousing and carousing, you get more privacy than you could ever imagine.
It doesn't hurt that we stand out a little bit less in this context
Exactly.
too than we would otherwise.
And as you just happen to say that, I guess we do stand out a little bit. You feel these two biceps go around both of your necks here. Just this character comes between you and just hangs over the two of you, and his head just kind of dips down and swings back up and swings over to you. It's Dormagon.
German guy!
It's like, and he's got a tanker in both his hands here. To tomorrow.
To tomorrow!
To tomorrow.
To tomorrow.
Cheers with you as well.
Yeah.
If he has one and he releases.
And whatever hell we may bring.
To tomorrow! And stumbles back, and you hear just level. It's just a cacophony of noises go, and what's it called? The mosh pit begins once again.
Yeah.
So as we're here, you made a comment about this seems to be where a lot of guards are.
There's a ton of guards
Would I
here.
be able to begin to infer that it feels like a lot of the usual security protections for this place are all basically getting shit-faced? Like, Jormungand's down here. Jormungand's like, supposed to be keep an eye on shit. He is wasted.
Make an insight check here.
Don't fuck me. Yeah, I know it's going to. This 3 on this die is going to hit
No,
so
it's
hard.
gonna be like a
Maybe an
7.
investigation check would be
It's
better.
gonna be like a 7, just enough to hurt.
Maybe an investigation check. Either way.
13 if it's investigation. 13 investigation, 18 if you want an insight.
Oh.
I don't get a plus 2 investigation, I get a plus
Well,
5
which
insight.
one would you rather? Because there's information for both you can have.
I'm mainly trying to deduce, like, from what I'm seeing, would I be able to make the assumption that it feels like a lot of the defenses, basically, does it feel like the defenses of this place are down because all the guards who guard everything are in here getting fucking shit-faced?
As you kind of are eyeing out here, you hear this mid-conversation between two of these guards that kind of locked arms to each other, having this weird, you mean everything kind of conversation.
Yeah.
But
The drunken opening of your soul.
But it goes kind of along the lines of, so the kids are going back to Snitska, right? I'm like, yeah, I think that's a better place for them. I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. We've gone through worse. And as through their drunken little thing here, it tempts a little melancholy here. Like they might not be coming back from this.
Can kind of.
And so that's kind of what, because the guards are the ones that are gonna go fighting. They might.
Right.
Gonna kind of slink up next to Maud the best I can, so and through this, not screaming through this commotion, but again, the commotion is creating the privacy. Maud, I don't know if you've discerned this like I have, but a lot of guards in this place.
Right. But do you see that being a problem for our specific circumstance?
Well, what I more was thinking was, if all the guards are here, then they're not anywhere else.
Who watches the Watchmen?
what are you thinking?
I'm just saying, if there was ever an opportunity we wanted to take to maybe have a conversation with somebody and figure out what they know, their defenses are a little bit low right now.
Are you wanting to go pay a visit to Dogma?
Might be good of a time as any. We have no, it's like tap silent system where it's gonna be like got a barrier for us to have very candid conversation. I'm gonna gesture to Jormungand just being drunk over the corner. Anyone in our way that might, get mad having a conversation.
Well, as you said, we don't exactly know how much time you've got until. I mean, we don't know if Henri can take back over, but
We have no idea.
I can only assume that it's only a matter of time.
I imagine if so, and to be honest, might be a good time as any to figure out if there's a way out.
Okay.
Upstairs
Do
we
Do
go.
you want to head that way?
Let's do it.
Right as you guys.
Henri brute forces his way through. We're fucked.
Right as you guys. Hold on. Dodge another ad here.
Just gotta get YouTube premium.
Don't dodge it. Perfect parry it.
Perfect. Well, the ad block used to freaking work. It worked for years. It just gave up on me. You hear a gunshot. Fucking radiate throughout the cloud. And it's just like an automatic burst. Just a
Oh,
and then
easy.
a series of screams go from the crowd around you here. And this would, if everyone else in this area here wants to make a perception check as well, because
the bar district's all on like one
it's
level,
on one
right?
floor, yeah.
Yeah. We just went
Are we
different
all on the same floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Am
whole
I-
bar
If you're
district-
in
am I
the
still-
bar district's all
am I still
different
around?
areas.
Am I still around?
That's up to you. If you said you think you would have probably slinked off at
she
this
said
point,
She said
make
no.
it with disadvantage.
Okay.
There's other noises you're listening to
The
right now.
acoustics in this place is ridiculous.
I'm working on getting it.
Oh, God.
Get it.
You said with disadvantage?
Yeah.
What was
Get
it?
it.
Sorry.
Perception.
Perception. That's still a 12.
What did everyone get?
11.
11.
15.
15.
I'm trying to get it in and I did
Oh,
better.
I assume that
Natural 1.
I assume that Chismar and I do not need to roll.
Because we're there.
Because
You,
we're-
no, you guys would have heard it.
Yeah.
Everyone
Right.
but Melody and Amba heard it as well, except for you guys. What'd you get?
A 12.
From that,
I'm
I'd say maybe you hear like what sounds like commotion, but it's up to you if you want to respond to it. Because at this point, you have someone you're brought up back to her guard's quarters.
Yeah, I'm.
Like you're
I
late.
think I'm like, I have other people I trust that can take care of this.
Hearing that, it's like happening right outside the bar. Here, you guys be able to rush. If anyone else wanted to go rush out and try to investigate as well.
Yeah, we were leaving anyway. So
Fine as well, the majority of the guards here have put down their stuff and drawn their weapons and are quickly trying to subdue everyone's making sure to see what all the commotion was. You guys will be able to make it out here. And now, just the two of you, since you guys are the first one here, you guys give me your specific perceptions to figure out what's going on.
we will do that.
That is an 18 for me.
Ooh, that's good.
That is 14.
14. You're the first to spot it over this crowd that's kind of, one of those dance circles around an area here. There's a guard that is slunk against the wall, laying down with his rifle
Oh
in his
boy.
lap.
Oh no.
He private piled.
That's what I was just thinking.
Guys, this is Diddy private pile.
I really like it, but this one's mine.
Around this point, many of the people from the other parties will kind of peek their way over and see what the commotion is. Well, but it's not long before the guards come in really quickly and assess the situation and help lift the body off away and try to get the mood back into shape.
I would like to do.
Just carry him off and just
Keep it going. Like, come on, God.
I'd like to do an
Well, it's
investigation.
not really that. It's not that. It's just like we gotta
yeah, for sure.
keep things under control. We can't just have a body laying here for everyone here to see.
I'd like to do an investigation
Okay.
to see if I can spot anybody in the immediate area who maybe saw what happened.
Okay. You'll be able to do that.
That's gonna be. That'll be a dirty one.
31.
Yeah.
Here, I'll do some.
It's a lot of controlled chaos as many of the guards are kind of keeping
We're just
look
confused.
buys aside, and as they're helping escort people's worth of gurney out. What'd you roll?
A people's worth of courage.
If you guys want to investigate as well, or you guys just notice, because honestly, these guys will probably rush right by you. It's just a dead guard being hauled off by people. You might not have necessarily seen the scenario he's in, but you'd also, in this whole chaos of things, run back into your partners here. What happened?
It's not like that.
Ma Chizamar! What's going on?
Well,
Oh, we didn't see this, right? Never mind. This is not Amba's not there. Forget I said that.
I didn't think Amba actually passed
No.
his
I
perception.
think I feel like we're like singing "I Got You, Babe" or something.
I get to be Sonny Bona.
You
Bona?
guys are up on the stage singing
Sonny
Piano Man
Bona?
together.
Bonafide Sonny. Well,
Sunny Bona.
Just
I guess
super
church will
drunk
go
arms
investigate.
over
Church heard
shoulders.
it.
And the whole
Germangon is there, kind of.
and it's so loud that we don't hear someone like
Talking with some of the
fucking
other
shooting
guards here.
themselves in the face. Or whatever.
So should it.
She just likes to.
There's
She
nothing
likes
else to
the
talk about.
attention.
It's best we move on.
I think she just needs to rest.
He gives you kind of a look here. You can give him an inside check.
That was good. 19.
Yeah. Kind of, and he finished off like, with no suspects, giving you kind of the inclination that this guard gave up. He was too afraid to do tomorrow.
Same.
I might be retiring for the night, actually. I'm feeling a little drowsy. Unless you are down for one more.
I'm always down for one more.
As the mood kind of quiets, it's kind of somber, but people filter back into their areas and continue their nonsense. It's a weird world, this little community.
We're all gonna die, might as well drink.
Sometimes I'd rather die by the booze,
Yeah.
but here's to try. As you guys slink back off to your areas, was there anything else more specific you guys wanted to do for the evening? I can circle back to Dante if I want, but I kind of...
It's fine.
Hey.
We can fade to black.
Sometimes a fade to black can just be a fade to black.
I will say this, it is interesting because you guys are alone for the most part in the barracks until eventually people more kind of unnerved guards start filtering back in, and you guys have to start being a little bit more quiet about it. We're cavalier.
It's like leaving, readjusting his pants. All these guys. Who the fuck
This
died?
guy's gray coat is readjusting his pants, walking out.
What's up, guys? How's it
So
going?
sad that Bill killed himself. Bang,
Died.
coming out there and putting his pants on. Wait, what?
He died of ligma.
Who the hell is Steve
I,
Jobs?
I know Maud and I
Balls.
were headed up to go find Dogma. Hopefully within, as everyone else is distracted.
You're going back up to the Dogma's chambers?
Yeah, we're gonna go talk to Dogma right now.
Okay, just the two of you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am using the fact that every guard is distracted by hoping there's no one around.
Okay, so you guys are
Just
trying to be
travel
candid
down,
here
huh?
going there? I mean, it's not necessarily like it's heavily guarded.
Exactly.
without
My
reforms.
hope is that everyone's so distracted with everything else that we just can kind of.
I'd say you guys two of you make a group stealth.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Your DC's not high. I just want to see, like, if there's like a huge commotion.
Maud, I need you here, buddy. Let's see. Cause I got a 21.
Well, I got an 11.
Okay. Do I have anything to help you?
Well, that's an average of a 15, so that's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You're so cute. I'm like, probably as friends.
Probably. I know it like
But also I kind of ship it. So.
it doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I know Dale identifies as asexual.
Okay.
I know like you can still be.
Eventually, guys, with that, there's barely anybody up on the top floor. You guys would make your way over there to the vault
How's it going? I
entrance.
can pet your dog.
And I mean, you guys can try to open it up if you want. It's really just a big latch that you guys tear open.
You know,
She
I was
says
gonna
he
give
likes
give
attention.
give him a little.
You're gonna give it a knock, actually. There's a beat.
With that, it'll kind of be like, Jeremy, if you happen to be in there, wouldn't mind having a conversation if you had some time.
Proceed.
Let's hope this does not backfire.
This was your idea. So.
Fair enough. That's
Sorry to
true.
remind you.
I was just like, I don't know, man.
Mud just along is literally just the silencer.
Okay. You enter in this main room here, and you see the figure standing on top of this this long table that he has a door in the middle of the room here, and he has these papers strewn about, laying on all different edges of the place here, and he's running along the top of it, placing different ones down and reading as he's looking at different things, and he looks back at the two of you and gives a nod, and goes back to what he's doing here, reading away.
I speak up and I say, I thought you'd be out celebrating with everyone else.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? No, I have to work for once.
Hard to celebrate when you have a war to plan.
It is not a move I'd like to make, but a move that has to happen so we are not taken advantage of.
Have to show your strength and your resolve.
I have to show the world that there is more than just two parties that are dealing with the Outlast. Or the, what's the word? My stupid ass. Fallout.
Yeah.
Fallout.
The Fallout. New Vegas. No,
I'm
but
partial to 4 myself.
are you, what are you? I thought you were like shooting sounds. Like,
You look over, I'm just playing Fallout.
literally is playing Fallout. Seen strewn across here are different maps of the local areas, different quadrants of the desert that are being laid out here, and all of them seem to kind of border the Black River here, and different outposts and rogue states that are kind of lied without. He's just kind of making a big map of the place, of the Red Desert. So what is it you need? You guys come to a decision? And he looks over and sees the mace just being wielded. This isn't going to be a problem.
No. This is
About. I was gonna say we're gonna jump to that. So, obviously, we have a mutual acquaintance. Definitely not gonna call him a friend. We have a mutual acquaintance we've dealt with. I'm currently dealing with. You have dealt with. The mace makes it to where he can't hear what's happening. So if you got a minute, I wouldn't mind hearing cliff notes on what happened for you, because I'm curious, but more importantly, he seems scared, thinking you have a way to get rid of him, destroy him, something or other, and I'm curious.
And he looks to you and he looks to Mark. You sure that son of a bitch can't hear us?
As far as we know. He's getting pretty pissed when we put it away, so.
yeah. Every time that I've brought this out, he goes just completely dark. And if it makes you feel any better, so that you don't feel threatened or anything, and I'll go to like basically like sheathe the mace like on my back.
Okay.
Basically,
Just
to, like,
stick it
reposition
halfway into you.
Yeah, and
Just out the chest.
It's like
There's still like this light emanating.
I don't want to freak him out. I don't want to freak him
Yeah.
out too badly, so I'll try my best to make it look like I'm just like sheathing it, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, instead of like just sticking it inside my body.
Yeah, so half of it's just kind of sitting in you, but it looks like it's sheathed. Okay.
I like to think that it's just coming out the
If
chest.
you make a persuasion check for me, please.
Oh boy. Maybe I'll get a decent roll tonight.
Come on, baby.
Hey, there's a 21.
17.
Okay. That's not bad.
Thank God I rolled a 9 on the die.
Well, my brother in arms, what is it you'd like to know? If we are truly alone.
I guess above all else, how did you get mixed up with him? Like I got stuck in this because I was dead, and he made me not dead anymore. Not undead, but like not dead anymore.
No, it is perfectly clear that I'm not.
You know, I'm not an undead, not a construct.
Well, suppose it's better half a decade ago. Maybe longer. It's been a while. The years kind of crush you after a few. I had just started the organization. It is way before we were mobile. A lot of construction. We didn't even have our sages yet. So really just me and a couple of stragglers I brought along from the war. I traveled into the night at one point to, I don't know, see if I could find an outpost that had provisions I could sneak away with. I got caught up in a storm. I got picked up, thrown into a whirlpool. I woke up somewhere deep underground. In a red temple of sorts. The ceiling was covered in chains. And the smell was acrid. But my blood wasn't fine. Something was crawling inside of me. It called for me. It spoke to me. And after a few, my mind left me. I stayed a husk of myself for many months, traveling from outpost to outpost, infecting people, listening to this dark, sinister voice control my every movement. Eventually, I stumbled upon a group of witches, a circle of druids. Well, mostly, only one of them was alive. This druid was able to cast a charm on me to subdue me. I spent several hours torturous pain as my blood was reconverted back to my own. Many inches of my arms and my legs inscribed painful tattoos to keep the powers at bay. But eventually I was able to talk in my own voice again. And see my savior for herself. Me and Doris have been friends ever since.
So Taurus saved you.
She is a more brilliant druid than I have ever known. She's a more brilliant druid than I have ever known. I cannot explain how she does the things that she does, but apparently, centuries past, they were a part of a cult that, helped lock away this creature. They knew the magic the moment they walked in. I shouldn't be alive. She contemplated killing me. But, as fate would have it, where destiny is still complete. By the way, she was able to travel back to camp with me. Help develop several technologies that made the hospital what it is today. The base will not be mobile without her. But if you're looking for safety from this disease, she's your best bet. And I'm thinking we just might be able to do it without you losing your powers like I did.
How might we accomplish that?
It is going to be complicated.
Fair enough.
There are two options. One option is you go undergo the horrid process that I did and have your blood reconverted. You will become just a normal civilian once again. There's a second option. We bind those powers to you from the outside. Convert them to a conduit we create on your skin itself. The entity itself would still be in control, despite you having control of its powers. That is when we pay little honorary visit, eh? We break the chain that is holding you.
So, we basically give myself control of the situation, honoring none the wiser, and then we go pay him a visit and take care of business.
I mean, that bit your friends will probably need to stick with you the entirety of the time. The moment I bind this to you, there'll be no going back. Your friend will actively want you dead. As he did me. As he still does me, I assume.
Oh yeah, no, he's pretty big on me and you not communicating. Also, definitely suggested I try and kill you. Don't want to. Not a thing I want to do.
I don't blame him.
Like, the minute he finds out this conversation happened, it's probably not going to be a good day
He
for him.
doesn't have to know.
We can't keep...
Knowing that he has not turned on me yet, I can trust that this little weapon of yours is up to its master. So good.
Listen, I would take Taurus trying to bind my powers to myself. I personally am a fan of what they can do.
So wait, are you two saying you are wanting to stick with us a little longer? Because I'd be more than happy to help you if that were the case.
If it can solve my problem, I don't know how much longer we could actually stay. The group seems to want to move on with themselves, but
Well, we are not slave keepers. People are allowed to leave and go as they please.
the faster and sooner the Taurus is able to do it, I would appreciate it.
We break it down,
Works for me.
but you talk with your partners. We need your allegiance in this. Because as I am right now, and he looks around at the papers and the maps around, I have no idea how I'm going to get this ship over the river in one piece. I need to talk strategy. And maybe looking outside the box might be a good idea.
I can bring together some of our sharpest strategical minds and we can figure this out.
And it is settled. I'm glad this worked out in our favor because the less blood that has to be shed, the better.
Totally agree.
What if we build a big ramp?
What if we take the ship and put it somewhere else? I am going to go to bed if that is the case. I suggest you do the same. Tomorrow will be a long day.
I agree.
And he saw just kind of back off to his chair at the end here, lays his head back.
Close the door on your way out.
Yeah, dude.
We do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure
You
they
leave it open.
will. That was a much more productive conversation than I expected.
I wasn't expecting a straightforward answer, and I wasn't expecting a straightforward resolution either.
I take it though. Apparently we can. I mean, it isn't like we're solving the problem entirely, but I can keep controlling what I got. We then go, Boff Henri, we're good.
There is always, I mean, this isn't proven though. There is always the chance that this could backfire.
Oh, 100%. But anything can always backfire. I mean, the status quo that we're in is that I get absolutely murdered by this guy every time I don't do what he says. So, hopefully it's insane.
Just as long as this doesn't cause any more suffering to people other than yourself. I mean, I don't have any reason to believe
Listen,
that.
the only other person it should cause suffering to is Beckett, and that's only if Beckett doesn't keep his nose out of my business.
Fair
You
enough.
were such an idiot.
Beckett's around the corner. He overheard the whole thing. He's just like, you're such an idiot.
I will hop over to Beckett before you finally fall asleep for the evening. You have an outlet to get rid of some of your pent-up aggression.
He's having a smoke.
I think, like, after the activities, I cuddle for the appropriate amount of time, and then I just get up and, like, get dressed and go back to my room. Like, I'm not trying to stay the night in the dark.
Obligatory cuddling.
Okay. Just make an obligatory sneak check.
Okay.
Stealth check.
The worst I can do is a 23, but we'll see what happens.
Your character.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah,
We should roll below a 10.
Yep.
The barracks is pretty empty.
Okay.
Aside from this random people shuffled in kind of from that somber event. And you'd be able to sneak back to your room.
Okay.
And as you walk back, you hear an itch in your brain that something's trying really hard to talk to you, but something's making it so it can't. It
Good.
really wants to talk to you. Really
Beckett just
badly.
smiles and nods his head. Just
It's
good.
just like the faint itch of a chalkboard.
I like think in my head like any amount past the barrier, just fuck you, man.
You do that. Okay.
It's like definitely probably isn't getting to Henri, but definitely just like
Are you bunking with the rest of the group, or are you going back to your own
I'll
quarters?
go back to
for
my
your-
own quarters.
And that's fair enough. You'd be able to, honestly, I mean, just
pass by Beckett on the way back to the barracks.
Hey, Church.
What's up?
Have a good night.
Yeah, it's alright. Plenty of drinking.
Just curious, they're going from the opposite direction that you were going. But you guys passed by a pretty amicable pass there.
I understand.
Dude did what he said he was gonna do. Okay.
Like, good for you. Oh, it wasn't Nara. She's chock full of disease. Anyway,
You see on his neck, there's just now 2 little dots.
she's a fucking vampire. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Going back to the room, I'm assuming the majority of the party is reconvening there as well. Maud and Shizumar show up together as well. You guys all managed to convene on this area here. Amba and Melody as well, not really ever experienced that commotion, but just kind of, having a much better mood going back up to our rooms here. It's like, oh man, my voice is going to be raspy for a few.
Yeah, it's because you never take proper care of it.
How do you know what my regimen is?
Well, because if you were to get rid of your voice, then it wouldn't be scratchy right now.
I suppose I have let my powers go elsewhere lately. Maybe more practice is good for me. Alright. Don went there for a second. Back in the room, you just see this guy smoking away. These two show up with a freaking mace sheathed into his back. And then, Amba and you show up as
Just
well.
fully lounged on the couch, smoking a cigarette, just eyes closed.
Beckett, you look like you had a good night.
It was great.
I probably smell like smoke. Oof. Anyway, maybe we get a little bit of sleep, a shut eye, sober up, and focus on making a decision in the morning.
Oh, hey, by the way, Henri is trying to get a hold of me, but he can't, even whenever I'm not nearby. Not sure if that means anything, but on my way back from the
Interesting.
barracks, he was trying to get through, but he couldn't.
Yeah, he's probably irritated how long he's been kept in the dark. Also, BTWs might have a way to get rid of him.
Oh, that'd be great.
So apparently Torres, the little deep gnome lady, she is the one who cured Diarmi of the problem before.
Oh.
Basically recycled his blood through himself. Quite arduous process.
That seems.
I could potentially undergo that same situation. It would get rid of everything I'm able to do, though.
That's not
Make me
great.
quite normal. Not great.
Oh, Chiz, you'll never be normal.
Fair enough. However, apparently there's a way to potentially bind my powers to myself.
Alright.
So, from our conversation at dawn, we tried. Now that being said, wasn't necessarily part of the arrangement. He, worded things much more as if he would rather enjoy our help because he seems to be too head's a little underwater with this whole thing.
Man's in over his head.
Are you sure he's not? Are you sure they're not just gonna like drain your blood and
Well,
not
that's
put it back?
No, that's one of the things they could do. We're trying not to do that.
Okay.
Does that then mean that he would have someone else that he could take over after that, and then he
I
would
don't
be
know how
a
he
victim?
works. I don't know how he works. All I know is in the morning I would like to see what I can do if I'm still around at that point.
My biggest concern is I don't want to give full 100% allegiance and then be stuck here.
From the conversation I was having with Diarmi, even if we are on his side, it does not appear that making that decision ties us to this ship.
Right.
Everything he was giving me, which I understand, we're all smart people here. There's always can be a level of things left unsaid, but it does appear that if we even show the slightest bits of cooperation, we're still allowed to get to where we need to go. He is concerned with how he's going to get across the river. We need to get across the river. We can at least put our heads together for that project.
Could we build a ramp?
Okay, you see, it's not as simple as that.
How do you know?
It just isn't. Like, it can't be that simple.
Make an insight check real quick.
Okay.
As you see,
Insight check into ramp efficacy.
Yeah, you intuit that
9.
it is possible.
okay, never mind.
Okay.
Well, Chiz, if you lose all your powers, I can teach you how to play the tambourine and you can join my band.
Oh my god.
I would rather jump off a cliff.
I'm sure you probably
You
probably
know-
play a better instrument, but I don't know if you can.
You know,
So
I
pause.
don't have powers. I just learned how to do what I do.
I'm understanding all this. I just quite particularly enjoy the things I'm able to do,
For sure.
and rather keep up with that.
You have built-in weapons. You do. That's cool. You don't need a crazy axe or whatever the fuck you have. You don't need a ghost demon axe.
But that's kind of all he's done so far. What?
What? That's because
But
he's
he
using it
doesn't-
as a crutch. He's using
It could be super
his shadow.
talented.
He's using his shadow daddy demon as a crutch. Okay.
This is
Sorry.
Andrew's way of telling me to reclass my character.
If that's what you choose.
Become
Yeah.
a mastermind rogue.
Add another bard.
Oh god.
He just plays a triangle.
We're just playing Bard's Dance.
Just take 10 more levels of fighters.
Yeah, I feel like them trying to recycle your blood is like Nettie saying like, yes, I can totally remove the thing from your eye. It'll be safe. Lay back.
Nonetheless, we have decisions to make in the morning.
I mean, as long as it's not like a binding thing, I'm happy to help.
From what I can
Free
gather,
my people?
I think we could offer our services offer our services and an idea of helping him plan out the most effective way to deal with his issues, to minimize casualties, as well as get where we'll need to go. And then we could probably go our separate ways.
Because realistically, like, what he wants is kind of what I want. I don't want people to be taken up in the middle of the night and be forced to join an army.
I agree.
If that can stop happening, that'd be great. What's going on?
I don't like it when you start doing that.
I have an idea.
I don't like it when you say that sometimes.
Is it a ramp?
Shut the fuck up about the rant.
It's not a ramp,
It could work.
but I like the way you think.
Fuck you, man.
We're gonna jackass this.
I'd like to talk to Dogma in the morning. See if I can discuss something with him.
Can you bring the whole ship into your little arm thing? That'd be quiet.
Maybe
That'd be
I'll do that.
wild.
If only I could expand it that big, but maybe I don't necessarily have to. I mean, it's the river, right? Think about it. This entire ship could easily slip on the ground, but can't. The miasma underneath would destroy it. The top of the river is too corrosive for anything to pass. Maybe we can go over it.
With a ramp.
Maybe we could jump it.
That's what I'm saying. Yes! I'm in. Let's do this right now.
I'm going.
Okay,
fucking
don't go
playing
100%. This is
Just
a
starts punching a
thought.
wall. Getting excited.
This is a pipe thought. Please don't go.
No,
over
we're
the rails.
doing this. Pulls out his sword and starts waving it around in
Whoa.
excitement.
That's it. I'm going to bed.
Maybe we'll talk about it more in the morning.
No, you're not. Punches chest. We are doing this. We're jumping the river.
Oh. Them Legion boys are in.
Okay.
More like Malik boys. The
You guys wake up
retired
in the
for the
morning
evening?
and see a
Yeah.
giant Confederate flag painted on the side.
No.
Gotta jump into the General Lee.
Generally speaking.
Nice.
Got him.
Okay. We will awake in the morning. You guys are back up with your full rest. Congrats.
Is
Three
Chiz
hits,
finally
please.
not like negative on everything?
No, we already had that fixed.
Arriving and dealing with it, Maud, you basically just had your thing out the entirety of the evening, just
Nice.
stuck within a radius of.
I mean, I'll ask.
Come on, put your dick away. God damn it.
So Jesmar and I haven't even had the conversation. Like, do you want me to like, should we bunk up tonight? Like,
I was gonna say, if you're cool with it, I think it's the same.
Well, you have some distance you can be from. You don't have to be right
They're
next
just
to him.
spooning.
Yeah.
as long as we're in the same room.
They're just
Yeah.
snugging.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's fine.
if you're cool with it.
yeah.
I snuggle
Maybe we
with
can spoon
him all
if you
the
want
time,
to.
it's
Like,
Just
I
back
don't
to
mind
back.
that food.
Who is the big
I
spoon?
wouldn't mind it.
No, Chiz sleeps right here.
Yeah, literally with his head on
He's
his
like
chin.
purring in his ear. Yeah,
adorable.
Yeah.
I love it. I ship it.
No, would definitely have stayed the night in Maud's
Sleeps
room
at the.
He gives him
his
just
to,
a
bed.
little
to make
bit.
sure we're just staying safe.
He
here.
sleeps in between his legs.
Okay.
So
In the morning, the group convenes. I'm assuming you guys reconvene and you guys make your way back into the chambers of Dogma.
Yeah.
The three main figureheads.
time.
The three main figureheads of the organization are scattered around the table here looking at the different maps. You see Taurus, this steep gnome, scattering around, running glyphs along her hands, just kind of, with her eyes closed, just kind of in some sort of scrying state. You see this Dwergar guy, Dolly, just kind of neatly putting everything together. The guy doesn't have a thought between his eyes. And then there's Dogma, once again scouring over the different maps, trying to think of like some sort of interesting way to get through this. My friends, welcome back. Hope you are not as hungover as most as the guard are.
I'm good.
Good for you. I assume that leisure across the bar district has let you get to a conclusion as well as to a decision.
I think upon a nice long discussion, we would be willing to lend our advice to you in your situation, see if we can help you figure out what you need to do next, and more importantly, we can at least we all need to get across the river safely somehow. And we also might have an idea for getting across the river safely. And I'll just gesture to Amba.
I step forward.
I'm just gonna like
Ramp.
grab you in the back of the neck, gesture to Amba, just like
Ramp!
nope, let
Ramp!
let him say it.
Ramp!
Stop.
Bikini bottom.
Okay.
Just holding you back.
It's a ramp!
This is going to sound very far fetched at first.
Ramp!
Shut the fuck up.
Bounce
Mr.
over
Delore.
Vader's mouth.
Remember when you used to be sneaky?
I'd bite your.
You're just licking it constantly.
You've helped us on that journey so far, and you hope to help us get over. I figure I might be able to use a bit of my power to help us get to a safe solution. There might be a way that none of us gets hurt on this. I just think we all need to come together to figure out how it would be possible. The underground is too dangerous, right? Yes, it is proposed that the caverns that go underneath the lake would be far too far in between. Rasa Telo would fall into one of these caverns and be destroyed beyond recognition. It is an idea we have pushed before. Well, okay, that is true, and the top of the river is too corrosive. We're really only left with one option, right? And he gives him kind of a squint. He looks back. Hear me out. He starts typing on his arm here. Now picture this, and he looks over on the table here, and he sees a piece of bread, like a baguette, from some of the breakfast they were having here. This is an invention I made, a feat of technology that me and the people that started this war were, well, we initially crafted these to help us kill the Arknights. This is one of the few weapons that survived the fallout of my compatriots here trying to destroy our organization. But I'm able to utilize this to see the world in a different way. And he picks up the baguette. For instance, this baguette, for you, and he twists the third knob on his arm, and you see the blackness of his helmet begin to fill with static, like it's just on a dead part of a screen. Just maybe it looks like a baguette for you, but to me, and like a paper airplane, lands right next to him. To me, it's a plane. I'm able to change the way I see the world. So maybe we're not in a giant submarine. Maybe we're riding the world's largest aircraft. And we fly our asses over the board.
Ramp! Ramp! Just again,
Ramp!
not a ramp. Now it's a plane. It's
Ramp!
literally a plane. No,
Just
you-
started punching you.
When he stop! He said plane.
Ramp!
He said plane.
Ramp!
And Dogma
Can you?
picks up this baguette here and he feels it and it's different. And as it touches, his fingers kind of glow white around it. And if he's trying to push into it, it feels hard. And he touches the outside of it and it's bumping onto things that he can't see, but there's clearly wings there. You just can't see them, but you can feel it. If you're playing God, then I should start praying more often.
That's a hard ass fucking line right there.
Yeah. I think I've read that in a book before.
So just because you see this world with a plane, that means all of us see it the same? No, not exactly. It's going to take a lot. I'm going to need power. I'm going to need advantage, and I'm going to need us all to work together if we're going to make it work. Because honestly, that there takes enough out of me. As he powered himself back down, he stampers back a bit, and it just becomes bread in his hands again. You can eat it.
And then he changes it back into a plane in his mouth. Oh.
I'm not saying it is foolproof, but maybe we do some brainstorming and figure out how we can get it to work. If that is the case, the entirety of the ship can go over there scot-free. And you are free to let us go on our merry way, casualty-free. And perhaps maybe we can also discuss the terms of your assault on Malindar, and who all needs to die. And he gestures to you guys as well. You guys had terms in that matter, right? Don't let me do all the talking.
We have business to attend to, yeah.
Well, yes, of course, but when it comes to a deal to be made with me, what do you suggest? You say that I shouldn't go over there and kill every man, woman, and child? Because that wasn't the plan. I'm not saying what it is. The thing I would do.
In times of conflict, assaulting nothing but the lowest common denominators, all it accomplishes is adding to a body count. If you want to affect real, not a necessary change, but a real end to this conflict, a real situation of your own power, you must take out those that are strongest. If we go to Malindar, maybe we can figure out who the stronger players are and direct ways with which to take them out of commission. Less bloodshed overall, but more targeted impacts.
Look, if we take out too many small targets, it's only going to anger the Legion more, and that's only going to cause more pushback against you for what is your ultimate goal, which is to getting them out of the region, taking them down.
I just want this to... I want to set an example that we are not a group of civilians that can be pushed out of our houses whenever needed. I want to show them that we mean business.
If you kill indiscriminately, they're going to think that you're a group of savages.
You can relax. My mind is cleared a bit from last night.
I'm glad to hear that.
This is my plan. I'm going to contact the original person that helped me defect. The person that helped me create this deal between Borarasa and Malindar. I'm going to make a deal. I'm going to try to pardon as many of my people as I can in exchange for no bloodshed. If we can get out of this without any lives being lost, that is one that I would like to take. And if I could grant my people citizenship back to the land that annexed them. This is no life. This is not the permanent life. One can't party forever. These people need houses. They need sunshine. And I can't offer that to them forever. So if we can get my people over that river, scot-free, back to their houses, then no one has to die. And I can leave you on your way to finish whatever war this is. I want no part of it. I never did.
Now that sounds like a hell of a deal that we can all agree to.
Perfect! Now go ahead and get this plane working.
Can we also take care of my little issue?
Oh sure, Taurus and me were just talking about that as well.
Yeah. Glad we got this sorted. I just want to get this, wrapped up and solved so I can, deal with that.
I must first ask a bit of an awkward question for you, my friend.
It is an alley.
How big?
Taurus, as you say this, Taurus walks up to the other side of you and picks up your arm from the side. How much do you care for the arms, the hair on your arms?
I mean, I prefer not to be totally hairless.
How attached are you to your arms?
This process does
Just by the
involve some
shoulder.
tattoos.
Nice.
Well, that's fine.
Then let the shaving begin.
I got it. I pull out a dagger.
Okay. Just get prostrate, just be taken down.
Listen, if you can successfully shave a cat, I'm impressed.
Start shaving off way more than
Not
I
a
need to.
cat. He's at the back seat.
Start shaving everything but the arm.
Start with the head.
I was like, can we give me a cool lion's cut where like the head stays really fluffy and so does the tail?
Sorry, I accidentally already cut your
Some time passes here as Taurus begins laying out this these crimson runes with bits and pieces of material that she's kind of powdered up, mixed with some of her blood as well, into this scribe that kind of fills out this large area near the front of the cockpit here. This circular thing that has these glyphs and other hemicircles mixing and intertwined within each other down here. It's been a while since I've done this. But you can trust me.
Inspires confidence.
She walks up to you, puts her hand on both your shoulders, and you feel just kind of this cold wind on your shoulders as she unsheaths the fur from both of your arms. As though taking off a sock.
Ew.
And your skin is there, just pink and slightly red from this strange occurrence. And seeing just his arms exposed like this is so jarring.
Ugh!
Have a seat in the middle for me.
Will do.
You come and sit in the middle here. She comes up, holds out your hand, puts a black stone in the middle and closes it up. Takes your other hand, puts a red stone in the hand, closes it up.
And now you can open levers with it.
Okay. When I tell you to, I need you to exhale all of the air out of your body and keep it that way for as long as you physically can. You're gonna feel some pressure and you're gonna feel some fire. But I need you to keep all the focus you can into squeezing those hands as tight as you can.
Can do.
And as you're brought down, you sat down in this circle here and you feel this wind kind of undulate around you, kind of bring you out of your level of comfort. And you feel this warmth build up and you hear, you're going to, now, breathe it all out. You close your eyes here and then you feel it. These glyphs cutting into your arm. You feel trickles of blood going down one as well, and the other one as well. These red ones that are curving upwards in a different pattern. You burn down,
Constitution saving throw from you real quick.
Natural 20 for 26.
Nice.
Nice.
You feel Henri.
I'm here, buddy.
You feel this familiar itch, Henri screaming in your head. This silence that's
Mental
here at the same
middle
time.
fingers.
And as he's doing this, and as you feel this happening, your arms go all the way up, and as this works, she, never breaking eye contact with you, goes up, release it, step
Okay.
away from him,
Okay. I will fully put silence away.
and as
this
it
one.
goes fully up, this screaming, burning pain. You hear this shrill, like a man blazing on fire, running down the streets. How dare you! This arm glows bright white, this one glowing bright red. The light traveling back down your hands, your fingers trembling, but your stalwart constitution keeps it there. You feel tears pouring down your face, and the silence of the screaming just echoing into the distance. Your hands open up instinctually, and this dust from the stones fall down onto the ground. Very cold, icy air fills back into you, but the power still sticks within you. You don't have long. You're still going to want to keep him in silence. He's held off for now, but until the chain is broken, he's not safe.
Sure. I'll resummon silence then.
Ow.
How are you
That's
feeling?
crazy dramatic.
And suddenly, even though silence is still there, only the voice, but you still feel your power.
Just gonna test something real quick. Snap
And
my
you see,
fingers
like, just your arms are smoking this ethereal smoke, and these new tattoos are just kind of burned into your arm here.
Snap my fingers, see if the great axe will appear in my hands.
It does. Albeit it's not the dark green that it was before, it's... Well, it's a little more you. It sort of matches your hue as well.
This is fun. This is fun, gang. This is great. It's cool.
Is it
Snake
pink
disappeared.
like his flesh?
Did I feel anything through that whole thing?
It would have been the same. Honestly, at this point, it's kind of the same itch, but for once, he was solely focused on what was going on with him. He did not want to lose him.
Gonna go up to Taurus and just kind of grip her shoulders, like, forever in your debt.
You can thank your bearded friend. He talked you all up.
Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. We gotta process this real fast. You talked to Fauna?
It's at this point.
I swear to God, I swear to Christ, if that gnome walks out of a back room with no pants on, I swear to God.
Well, it's not even that freaking dramatic. It's just this. The smallest of rats scurries out of her shoulder and.
Gross.
Fuck yeah. We're gonna end there.
Laser.
Oh, then.
Is everyone good for next Wednesday?
Sure.
I liked Wednesday.
The week after that is Tech Week for the play.